Okay. Who is on recap for today?
Me. That's gonna fall, Lala. Okay. Recap time. I have no notes. So I'm just going to get my notes. Check if I wrote anything down. Yes, I did in fact write something down. I think. So, what session are we on?
The last session was 189.
I did not write anything down for last game.
190 sessions.
Session.
Would you prefer me to do it?
No. I got it. I got this. Session 190.
I could always swapsies because Emma's on next week.
No, I can do it. So we pick up in Titania's realm. Basically, we're doing our watches, correct? That's where we started. Crawl's being a little bitch, so we put him in a circle of silence. Some dramatic things happen over the night. Everyone wants to talk to Saraza, for instance. He's very popular. You guys can add details because I'm going to go very fast. Basically, we end up in the morning saying we're going to go now. We're going to head off to Feyways. Titania's like, ooh, okay, fun. And Crawl's like, because he's obviously got a plan. So that's not good. Anyway, Titania opens the door. We skedaddle out. Once we get there, it's very pretty. There's lots of stars. It's a big sandbank. There's lots of shipwrecks as well. So, ooh, a bit spooky. We can't see Elijah anywhere. So that's not super fun. Also finds Elijah. Yeah, because he can scry. And he is hiding in a ship. So we decide to basically bomb the ships as our first plan of attack. So Sleer sits down and starts digging and finds a scroll and 25,000 gold pieces, which is spooky and mysterious. I wonder what that's for. So we head off to get Elijah while Sleer ponders what to do with her newfound wealth. And we basically are gearing up to kill Elijah. And then the Rand's like, oh, I don't feel so good. And he falls.
Indeed, he does. Right.
Yeah.
So, let me please just play some music for us.
It's my very speedy recap.
It was very good. I enjoyed it muchly. Okay.
Did you enjoy it, Baz? He looked away from me. I don't think he did.
No.
Sorry, Baz. I'll do better next time.
So, if anybody wants to know what music we're listening to, we are on a playlist, which I can share with you all, called Skyrim and Moon's Ambience, which I think is great.
Skyrim Southern Ambience, did you say?
Please do. When I'm no longer poor, I will start doing Skyrimscape again. But until that day.
Are you paying for it?
Yeah, it's quite expensive. Right. So, everybody, it is exactly as Lily said. Louis, you're confronted with the premonition which Asalios granted to you come to life as you watch from the edge of the sandbank Sleer standing with the horizon ahead of her, it pulling around the stars and warping in different directions. And she begins to dig into the earth. Above you, 3 friends, Saraza guiding the carpet, line up waiting to release fire upon Elijah Ashune. However, before they can, the Rand sways and begins to fall. What do you want to do?
Catch.
Yeah.
Again, both Cass and also maybe dexterity saving throws, please.
Can I argue for advantage because of what I said before? And Cass is helping me?
Sure, with the assistance.
Natural 20. It was a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Oh, a dirty... No. Yeah, dirty 20 for Cass as well.
Dirty 20.
For dexterity, which is quite low, it was pretty good.
Gotcha. So the dirty 20, as he begins to fall forwards, both of you reach out, simultaneously grabbing the back of his scruff and holding him in place, kind of half, like 45-degree angle off the edge of the carpet, and you yank him back. Now, as you pull him back, he kind of collapses into you, the three of you tumbling onto the carpet. Sarahza like holds it fast as it dips slightly with the force of you three sort of falling down. Loran has his eyes partially closed, partially open. His skin is breaking out in a light sweat, and he is short of breath and not currently lucid.
We need to fire on Elijah now.
Use fire on Elijah now.
Are you sure?
It's either that or we take him back.
Sarahza says, they found something down there, I can see it. I don't know what it is though.
You two make the call. I'm prepared to do either.
Sarahza looks at you.
Sarahza looks like he wants to attack Elijah. Or, sorry, did you say?
No. Sarahza was just passing on the information that Bluey and Slayer had discovered something under the sea, so that you guys also have that piece.
Oh, okay.
Cass wasn't out of game because obviously it needs to be quick. Because Cass had expressed hesitancy with this before, mainly because Cass has limited spell slots, and does she want to waste one going blind at Elijah or holding it for so bad? I mean, she can use a cantrip, I suppose, but
It's completely up to you what you want to do at this moment. Also, is delegated decision-making to you, and so Sarahza delegated it to you.
We can test the waters if you don't want to waste something.
it's fine. I'll use a cantrip. Let's just do it. We came here to.
Okay.
Bluey, once they cast their spells, will come to you. Is that okay?
Um, Sorry.
Go for it. No, go for it.
And don't forget. Oh, sorry. It might be relevant to what you're about to say. I don't know. That the telepathic bond between all of us is active,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter about distance. Just as a reminder.
Okay, cool. I think Blue would. I think she was helping Slayer somewhat get the chest out of the sand.
She was, yeah.
But I think Blue would move to the edge of the sandbank that's kind of closest to everyone on the carpet and just sort of probably think, but also say, "Is everything all right?"
No.
You guys keep playing with contact. I'm just going to go grab something.
Ooh, I might before we attack. I might see if Cass can do like an Arcana or an Intelligence check, and just make sure that there's no illusions or other magic that she can sort of see that might be in place.
I forgot.
Just because. Why not have a quick check in case we fire off something and it triggers something, or who knows?
So we'll
also-
hold Loran whilst Cass kind of assesses the situation.
I don't know if you heard that, Emma. I think Cass, before we fire off a spell, I think Cass wants to do, I don't know if it'd be Arcana or Intelligence, to just see if there's any potential illusion or some sort of magic that's in place that might be dangerous if they cast a spell.
Yeah.
That is 30.
30. Okay, I'm just checking. Okay, you do feel that focused on the base of the ships, but you can't really get a clear reading just because of the technicalities of the spell. It's a bit hard to say exactly where it would affect or if it's affecting anything currently. But there is a evocation energy coming from the direction of the ships. You can't tell exactly what it is. You can tell that it's in that general area.
I think Cass would relay that then and be like, there's a chance then that if we fire, especially if we fire, we might trigger an evocation reaction, potentially.
Then how about water?
Loran, in your arms, is kind of just like clearly choking on his tongue, trying to speak, but he can't really get the words out.
I'm going to try and hold him up against.
He can speak in our minds though, so
it's not exactly. He's not necessarily lucid at the moment.
Can I medicine check him?
Yeah.
On a tick. Guess you didn't get the D&D Beyond character sheet up. It's me.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Apologise.
Does this look like the thing that Loran cast on Cass before?
What are you referring to?
I think it was in Hell. Cass got feeble-minded.
Oh, no.
Wait, that wasn't in Hell. That was in the Trials.
17. Feeble mind, that would be terrible.
17.
It's not quite that. No, with 17. Sorry, you're trying to discern
Medicine check.
Medicine check, yeah. It looks like he is having withdrawal symptoms from some kind of ailment, or some kind of drug. You get the impression that the potion's wearing off now. The magic is wearing off.
Okay, I'm going to hold him against my shoulder so he doesn't choke, literally.
Mm-hmm. I think in your minds, you just hear a couple of words just like kind of caught amongst the slew of like stuttering and sharp breaths, and it's just evocation. Not always fire.
Yeah, some sort of elemental response potentially.
Cass, make me an intelligence check.
That is it a straight intelligence?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, so powerful elemental reactions, which can also include any kind of offensive attack. So if it's something that a wizard could do that was outside of the elements.
I have an idea.
I relay all of that.
Also kind of pulls out his bag of tricks. I could drop an animal in to find him. It's not a spell, it's not offensive.
I can also send my raven to watch so that we know exactly what happens, so you don't have to waste us scrying.
So something to literally sniff him out?
/ maybe attack. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Depending on what I summon.
Okay, well I'll send my raven as like just to I think be a subtle sneaky watch on Elijah. So my raven's gonna sneak.
Okay.
Please roll me a stealth check, huh?
Yep, now I need to get my raven's stats up again because I don't know what my stealth is as a raven. Raven.
We get a jackal.
Oh, nice.
Also, is Brian considering maybe doing 2 animals for pack tactics?
Does Thea say that in the telepathy?
Slia is focused on whatever is in this chest right now.
Then he wouldn't have considered that, unfortunately.
It was a 17 for my Raven stealth.
Right, so
Also, there's no chance that it's a very low chance that he would get another chuckle. So, oh no, an ally. May I make an intelligence check to see if I would have thought of that, knowing that I know animals quite well?
you may.
Yes, okay, I would know that. So, it's a dirty 20. So that was a baboon.
A baboon?
Baboon.
So all of a sudden the carpet begins to drop rapidly.
No, also it's dropping them onto the ship.
Yeah. Are you flying right over the top of the ship?
No, he's dropping the little magic balls onto the ship.
Okay, so you're going to have to throw these 100 feet.
He'll probably get within enough. Oh, the raven could drop them.
Okay.
Them in the little raven's feet.
Ooh.
Yeah, the raven could drop them.
Okay, because I'm going to say if you're going close enough to drop them directly onto a ship, we're going to have to talk about some stuff.
No. The raven is like, I got this.
Okay, so the raven will take them in their hands. It's like in BoJack Horseman where the horse takes his hooves off and or is it the deer? Okay, so yes, right. As you all steady yourselves on the carpet around Loran, the raven sends off with two little marbles in its feet.
I'm gonna move the carpet out of the direct upwards line of the ships, if that's okay.
Let's put some distance.
Yeah, so the way I was imagining it is you guys are directly above the sandbank, like 50 feet up.
Yeah.
And 100 feet away from the ships.
Yeah, quite
so you're quite a good distance away. If you're worried at all. And Cass, are you going into your Raven's mind?
Why not? Yes. Cass is in the Raven.
Alrighty. The Raven will send off. Louis and Celia.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as your friends gather around Loran, and then the raven sends off from the carpet. No fire is thrown. You're probably within shouting distance, but you're also mentally connected. So if you want to communicate with them, you can. But I want to ask, is there anything you guys are doing in the immediate aftermath of discovering this chest?
Discovering this what, sir? Oh, chest, right.
Can I read the scroll?
So you reach in to the scroll.
I think
and you take it out.
Blue as much as possible, we would be trying to look between Slia and the carpet. Just may not have full attention on both, but partial attention.
Lala's getting a big stretch.
No.
Good for him. Oh, wow.
He's so long, yeah. It's like a little man.
Good for him.
Little goblin.
Goblin. He is Goblin King. Okay, so Bluey, you are beside Celia. You've kind of put that chest down. And Celia, you reach in and unfurl the scroll. The paper is well kept, but from the quality of it, from just the slight kind of like roughness on its surface, and the exterior of the chest itself, you can tell that this has been buried for quite some time now. And the scroll itself is consists of two different pieces of paper. One is what appears to be a letter, and the other is a long string of like runes or symbols that you can't really recognize, except that they remind you of the scrolls and the sort of like scratch marks that you saw in that cave back in Kalkan many months ago,
Whoa.
where you encountered a vision of your deities. You get the impression this is from the Triad. Would you like to read the letter? Okay. Are you reading this aloud for everyone to hear, or are you reading it?
She reads it in her head, so everybody else would get to hear it.
Okay. So, a lot of you on the carpet as you watch the Cass's disappear
Excuse me.
over the ocean. You see the vague outline of it on the sea surface, smooth now, as it wasn't before when you smashed into it. Watching that, you hear this. To my friend, I am leaving my daughter's inheritance in your capable hands, so that it may be ready for when she needs it most. I truly hope that day does not come, and that my quest can cause no further pain or suffering than it already has. But I have foreseen ill omens, and I fear they may come to fruition. I am still in the throes of learning my place in the world, understanding my quest and the burden I carry, the burden we both carry. Clairvoyance has always proven a curse more than a gift to mortals. In this case, it tells us what we, and I'm sure the rest of Leoberos' followers, fear, that this peace, despite its high cost, will not last. To be clear, as I know I am prone to lyricism. Even if you take the mantle of Star Martyr, one day it will fall to me to take your place. But I offer you this comfort. My daughter, who is not yet even born, but who the Triad have assured me is coming, will prove to be more powerful than even you or I. She will come with a force greater than that of Leoberos, and peace will be restored. This I prophesize. Overleaf, you will find the last of my prophecies. I have abandoned the art of divination for now. It is too much for even me to comprehend, too much of a burden. But this one last prophecy I leave detailed here for insurance, to protect our legacy. That is what is written there, in a hand which you recognize to be that of your father.
Sleia just kind of like runs her hands over like the text, just essentially feeling the indentations of like where his pen was.
I'm going to just send this text to the group so that you guys can remember it.
Crying early this morning, boys.
It's been record actually, I think, Galen.
We are not even 40 minutes into the game. 45.
I usually start before the session. It's just like, oh, let's just get those tear ducts flowing.
So, as you read this, I'll take you back up for a moment. The Raven. Cass, do you enter its mind?
Yeah, they do.
You soar over the ocean, disorientating as you see the night sky reflected beneath you, but not for long. It's only 100 feet, and that is nothing to a bird such as yours. The ship graveyard, as it spreads beneath you, is a mess of rotting wood algae, barnacles, everything you can imagine. You've lived in a prayer for a long time. You've seen ships come and go in your journeys, in your travels, and you know that most of these ships are far older than any in make, in style, and far older than many you've seen come through a prey in ports in the last 50 years. It's been quite some time, you feel, since anyone has attempted to travel this far, as word has spread of the dangers that lurk over here. But you're not lingering on that. You are aiming for the front 4 ships, the ones closest to Feyways, the oldest, the ones that make up the first and final line of this ship graveyard. There are 4 in total: large warships, small fishing vessels, a couple of ferries. Indeed. You land on the 3rd one along, roughly where you assumed Elijah to be. Do you drop the animals before you land?
Yes.
They fall, and appearing before you, you see a baboon and jackal. Besties, indeed. Sorry? They're okay. All stand. That's okay. What is your command for these creatures? What is their goal?
Find Elijah.
Okay. They start moving through the ship and you follow them. It's precarious, and more than once you see their paws kind of like fall through the surface where the wood is so soft it's almost like flesh, and it just kind of collapses in on itself. And you are reminded all too well of Eldralith and what became of it. But push that away and you continue searching.
My raven's also trying to find Elijah, but sneakily. So I can't imagine that the baboon and jackal are like super sneaky on a decaying ship.
Sure.
Bumbling band of baboons.
Don't worry, I understand. So, what did you roll for your stealth check again?
Was it 18?
I think it was 17.
17 or 18, I think.
Okay. So, you continue following and letting these creatures create a distraction for you, which does very well cover your exploration. But Cass, before you delve beneath the deck, as that is where the animals are going, you look up and hanging over the ships, quite large, and from a distance, such a shape that it could have been mistaken as a sail. You realise that there is a rift here, and it must have been the one that you came through. Because when you stare at it, you see a bright blue, almost painite-like shade that's only visible upon closer inspection.
Oh no. So painite, a large supply of painite is very close to where Elijah is. Great!
Also, have we turned around? This is towards the ships, but we did not approach from the ships.
You approached, so let me explain. Sandbank, as if it's a cake, right? You're looking at it from like a cross section. Sandbank, 100 feet of water, ships. They're at either end. So Cass is going towards the ships, which means we are flipped around, so that is forwards. But you guys came from the direction of the ship, because you came from the direction of the water.
Yeah, and we looked, and then as we turned around, we saw the ships.
Yeah. The ships is before the sandbank itself. No one's ever made it this far. Is the suggestion. Right. With the knowledge of that rift, you go beneath the surface of the ship, and here you can see the rot that characterized this sort of like top half of this boat. Is still in effect, but there are patches now where it has clearly been mended by magical means to give some support and structure to this area. And following those paths, you eventually see a figure crouched by one of the cannon hulls of this ship, which very conveniently faces Feyways sort of directly. And upon closer inspection, you can confirm that this is Elijah Ashune watching.
Bitch, man.
But make me an insight check, please, Cass.
15.
15. At the moment, you can kind of tell that he is not actively casting. He has no spells prepared that you can see. It seems that he's waiting for something.
Baboons.
The baboon and the jackal surprise him as he turns around. What do you want them to do now that they are here?
Get him.
Get him.
Sit on him.
Sit on him. Okay, I'm just going to go to the toilet and then we will sort out what happens there.
My
I'm going
raven's
to-
going to play sneaky then. And just
So, you want them to, in your own words, stare. Get him.
Get
get
him.
him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
So, I will need you to make me initiative rolls for both of your creatures.
Right.
So,
Shall I do one for the raven just in case I choose to do anything with the raven?
Yes.
One is a 17.
So the first initiative roll for the session to be a bunch of animals.
Hold on.
18 for my raven.
Hold on. One is a 19. And one is 17.
Lol, I bet our animal initiatives are going to be much better than our characters' initiatives when we come to roll them.
Yeah.
Right, and then Cass, what's the Raven's initiative?
I said 18, I think. Yeah. Because those are 17, 18, and 19.
Great.
Oh, also, I would have relayed the information about the rift and the pay night, by the way. So everyone knows about that.
So is which one is for which, Lily? Is the 19 for the baboon or for the... 17 the jackal. Okay.
And they're using pack tactics.
You want to explain to the class what pack tactics is?
It means I'll get advantage on attack rolls.
Stunning.
Nicely done, Celia.
Oh.
/ Aelin.
What a weird initiative order for like one of the final fights.
Would you imagine it any other way?
No, absolutely not. Right, excuse me. Let me just put some really sick battle music on.
Get him, boys.
Excuse me.
I'm thinking the entertainer.
I'm thinking like yakety sax.
I can't think of anything funny, so I'm just going to put my original music. Well then, besties. First in the order is the baboon. Let me
Yay!
explain to you. You're in a room which is about 20 feet by 20 feet. It is difficult terrain. And Elijah is standing on the furthest reaching away from you, staring at a baboon.
I want the
Like,
baboon
what?
to like make a lot of noise and like do this thing as it runs to them. As it runs
My
up to
raven's-
him.
And my raven's just like hiding in a corner, like.
As it runs up to him and it's going to try and bite. And it's going to get advantage, I think. So
Please roll your
The bite?
your thingies.
So the bite is
Hum, hum, hum. Nom, nom, nom.
15. Scratching.
15, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh,
come
no.
on, Ender's a weak little boy. Come on.
So then it is. God, wow, this is really shit. It's quite funny. 3 piercing damage.
Okay, sick. Well, he's like,
Ow!
and the baboon runs up to him. He's like, no! But then it like just kind of like slaps him. And he's like, So, wonderful. Next up in the is Cass's Raven. Anything you want to do with that?
Cass is just gonna, her Raven's just gonna be like, just like, just watches.
Is it advisable for the Raven to take the? Is hiding an action? Yes. Is like I don't know. That's
Yeah, is it? I mean,
it's a stealth check.
Hold an action. With it, so long as it's within the Raven's wheelhouse, and you tell me what the triggering.
oh no, the fact like hiding, is that like a thing?
Oh yeah, you can hide.
Yeah, Cass's Raven's just keeping itself hidden, so she
Staying out of
Raven. Yeah, she doesn't think the baboon and jackal will do maybe last that long, but she wants to see what happens. She wants some eyes on the Elijah prize.
Gotcha. Okay. So, as you sorry.
Oh, and Cass has relayed to Brian, like, your baboon did a terrible bitch slap. It's not very impressive.
Also just looks at Cass and he's like, I had these at level 1, Cass. They were quite impressive back then when they saved you.
Well, all of that aside,
Cradling his choking husband. Yeah.
you. I'm sorry. I just think this is all very funny. But anyway,
Add a bit of levity to the final fights.
indeed. You hold your action. What is the trigger for this?
I'm
you're hiding. So you're hiding.
hiding.
Next up in the order is the jackal.
Yay!
Really, if you please.
It's gonna do the same thing.
Lovely.
Elijah's like, oh no!
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Ooh. Hopefully that. 16.
Hits.
I think it's the same damage roll. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ah.
Whatever you're right.
1.
1. A slap, but this time it's more of like a scrap than an actual slap itself. Right. Next up in the order is Elijah.
He's like, I think don't worry, bothered. You can hang out with these guys.
Well, let me just check to see whether this is going to completely
Don't hurt the lads. They're just here for a good time.
magic effect and range. So,
They're not spells. They're not.
magical effect.
I don't know. Are they a magical effect?
Is this a magical item?
Yes.
Are these brought about by using the magical item?
Maybe.
He just kind of stares at them and is like, well, that wasn't very nice. And he's going to wave his hand across in like a cutting motion up from bottom right to top left, and he will dispel the baboon and the jackal, I'm afraid. It was really fun while it lasted. But Cass, you're still there.
Can
And
we do
as
both at once?
it's the effect of one. Uh,
Which one does he dispel?
Fine, he will dispel the baboon.
Okay.
He dispels the baboon, and then he turns around and looks at the jackal. And he is just going to sigh very, very heavily, if you understand me. And then he's going to sit down and just wait this out.
Cool, I'm going to try and hit him again. That's a natural 20.
You can double that damage now.
Yay!
Yay!
It is a 4.
Wow.
That's doubled.
Yes.
So he's lost 8 points.
All right. Right now, can
Guys,
Cass
this
determine?
isn't also like top level magic. This is something also had as like a baby.
8 points that we don't need to worry about for later.
No.
And one spell slot
right,
at least
so-
gone.
Cass, is there anything you would like to do?
Blow your nose.
Your mic's muted if you're.
Whoops. Cass is staying Raven is sneaky hidden.
It's like, ugh.
Because now is what Cass wants to know what Elijah's always doing, not just.
Gotcha. You want to be able to have that.
We want to have an eye on Elijah without having to lose Brian in a and have to perform a scry.
Just saying that I think that this was for a good purpose because now we know that he can dispel magical effects easily.
And he's already used that once today.
See if he wastes another one.
Sarah's are just nods.
We can also go after him with swords
We can go after him with swords.
and sharp, pointy things.
Yay.
Well,
Sarasa says, I think you could even go after him with your plethora of magical spells and animal forms.
Yes, I could also eat him.
Well,
That's another option.
is he okay? He points at Loran,
No.
sounding slightly concerned. Do you think maybe now that we've sorted all of this, we should perhaps land?
Oh, I imagine they had landed.
Okay, so you guys pull down the carpet now.
Also sit in the sand with
Settling onto
Loran.
the sand, laying Loran down.
No,
Cass,
he's holding him up so he doesn't choke.
holding Loran up against him. Cass, do you come out of your raven form? Or do you stay in it?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Why did I remute myself? I don't understand. Sorry. I'm going to stay in the Raven, but like mentally be like, need me checking in. How's it going?
Gotcha.
But staying with the Raven because I want to keep.
Funnily
an eye
enough,
on
because
Elijah.
Elijah's chosen this optimum point to watch the sandbank, you can also see as you are yourself lowered off the carpet and just kind of like guided to sit in the sand next to Saraza. It's quite odd. But you still have that mental communication ongoing with the rest of your party, which means that there is a a line through which you can communicate everything that you see non-verbally, should you still wish to. As you all gather back around Feyways, around the sand, and see as you study that letter, you kind of turn to the next page
I was
And
gonna
you
say, can
see
she
that
look
there's
at the next
different
page?
rooms which- Sorry?
I was gonna say, can she look at the next page as well?
See those runes which are hard to decipher but recognizable to you. And you begin to kind of turn them over in your hand and sort of think about what it is that this could possibly do. And you're all together again. So yeah, is there anything you wish to do with this paper now that you have it?
Sorry, say that again.
Is there anything you wish to do with this now that you have it?
I'm just trying to read it.
You'll need to make me either an intelligence or an arcana check.
I will take that Arcana check. Noise. 28.
28? Okay.
I rolled the same on my die as my
takes
modifier.
about 10 minutes to study and to properly learn and add to your wheelhouse, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We know what Slea's doing.
It's up to Sleia.
Sorry, say again?
Can we see what Slea's doing, or is she being secretive?
She's not hiding anything, she's just... She's so in the zone, she's like that really good hyper focus that's real hard to break out of.
Ulster, as you kind of look over, you feel Loran's body temperature sort of like normalize and sort of come back down. And rather than choking and sputtering, he just seems to be tired and his eyes finally fully closed. And he seems to be asleep,
Okay.
for lack of a better word.
I will start running my fingers through his hair to keep him calm. Sleia? Sleia?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind, if you're not busy, having a look at Loran?
I mean, I kind of am busy, but I can take a quick look.
Can I insight check Sleia? Natural 1.
Could you also tell?
I think Sleia doesn't want to help Loran.
It definitely seems like Sleia is distracted.
I got a natural 1. Can I interpret that as Ulster thinking Sleia doesn't want to help Loran?
Absolutely.
Sleia, look here. Ulster, Sleia doesn't like Loran.
That's
Sleia hates
that's
him.
inaccurate.
I'm joking.
I will gingerly pass Loran to Saraza.
Saraza was actually looked like he was going to offer to take him as well.
I'm going to walk up to Sleia.
Is there anything you wish to do, Blue?
I think Blue would offer to try and do a medicine check, maybe with Saraza's help.
Okay, the two of you can try and kind of like pull your knowledge of like battlefield wounds, first aid, that kind of thing, because everyone in the party has a basic understanding of that. So if you want to just roll me, you'll get advantage because of his help.
And Brian wanted to walk up and do
It's fine, I'll wait.
So I rolled 2 of the same number.
Oh,
They're both 2s on the dice, which makes this a 4.
4. You slap him on the cheek a couple of times, say, he'll be all right with a little water. He breaks up pouring water over his mouth, trying to like give him a drink, and it just kind of like all just spills over his face.
Ulster shoots a look at both of you like,
Saraza just says, "We're trying."
stop trying.
Okay.
Sleia, what are you doing that is so important?
What I'm supposed to do.
I would like to try and look at what Sleia's looking at.
Are you secretive at all about this,
No.
Sleia, or are you?
She's just literally like her body language is very open.
Okay, you can probably just either take or see clearly the letter. Again, the text there on it is in the group chat on Facebook.
Do I get to see the runes?
If Sleia is being open with them, then
Yeah, she's just continuing to try and pore over these runes and like see what she can get from them.
Also, make me an intelligence check.
17.
Similarly to how Slayer is looking at them, your first kind of instinct, considering you are also a healer in your own right, is to try and decode. And you get the same realization as Slayer that these will probably take about 10 minutes to probably decode and potentially even add to your wheelhouse.
Can I, after huffing at Slayer for ignoring Moran, can I sit down and help Slayer decode them?
Okay. So the two of you begin working together. And after a while, 10 minutes, in fact, 10 minutes in which Elijah does not move. He simply watches and waits. Louis, in which Loran does not reawaken, but at least doesn't seem to be suffering.
Also, we'll shoot occasional looks over at Loran and make sure people aren't drowning him.
Blue would, I don't know, on a 4, would Bluey think to check that Loran is still breathing?
I think
No, I don't think you.
I will look over and
Okay.
check every now and then that he's fine.
Bluey does have a thought to offer in everyone's minds, which is that letter from your dad. Does that mean he's been here before? And if so, how did Elijah get to him?
It could have been sent before
Slayer,
Sorry.
with the allusions to prophecy and divination in the letter itself, you get the impression that this was provided before he even met your mother. This you get the and from your memory you pulled an image of Leo Barros and Cassiel rowing to Feyways. Oh, and as they were, Cassiel carried something in her lap.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Well, you said Cassiel carrying what in her lap?
Something in her lap.
Okay, yeah.
Something back then that you couldn't quite get the measure of.
I think that this came with her when she came to Fairways.
Okay. Yeah, there's no way Elijah's been here before, right? Or has he?
Why don't we go ask him?
As 10 minutes passes for you two, I've sent you both a message.
Okay. Ah, yes. Oh, we're the only two people who can do it.
You learn, as you are the first in the world, other than your father, Leah, to discover the true resurrection spell. Much like Loran's wish, this is something that did not exist in.
Sorry. My nose is really runny because I'm having an allergic reaction.
It's okay. This is something that did not exist in the minds of mankind until you two.
Huh? Does
I mean, I think that the rest of the group would probably hear this as Slea's thinking about it. And it's like, but how are we supposed to use it?
Got all the calls. What did I miss? I'm really sorry.
We've discovered true resurrection.
Yeah, as a
Right.
spell.
The first people in the world, other than your father, to know of its existence.
He left this for you.
For us.
Can I make an intelligence check?
Yes.
Same.
19.
Okay.
That's eerie. Also a 19, so plus 21.
Can I also roll one? Or no?
As you're not current, I think this intelligence check is going to be interrogating the letter as it's
Oh,
possible.
okay. Yeah, fair,
You're
fair,
probably
fair.
just not going to be able to. You're probably just too far away to actually add any extra information. However, you will be kind of hearing someone saying.
Careful around thoughts when they start getting coherent.
I'm just trying to do something.
Oh,
I know.
these guys, he's fast asleep.
Buy the food.
His favourite spot. I'm going to send the photo.
Okay, so I'm just going to do something very quickly.
He's fast asleep, guys.
Asleep, but always waiting for food.
Yeah.
Also, did you get a new fountain?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
It's the one I originally wanted, but they didn't have it in stock, so we got the other one, and then the other one broke, so we got the one I originally wanted.
Yay. So,
Oh, did you break it?
considering what your priorities are, I'm going to send you 2 different pictures.
Ooh, okay.
Because you guys are going to get slightly different information from this.
How exciting.
Okay. Just 1 second. Doobie.
Dooby dooby doo.
Also, the tears have been just welling up since the true resurrection reveal because that's just so cool. Like,
I'm glad that you like it.
oh, I don't
Right,
think they're going
so-
to stop the rest of the game. I'm just so excited.
Where Ulster,
Yeah.
this is the information that you pick out as most important.
Okay.
I'm going to explain that in a second when I get a chance to.
This is nuts.
Thanks.
So turn off the mic?
In a second, Joy. I just need to give Aelin his one. Okay. And then
No. Do you not think this is a bit sad?
Was it mentioned before how far the ships are, and then therefore how far Elijah is?
Ooh, Anna, your audio is really messed up. I think you're leaning on your microphone or something.
Oh, it may not have been projecting.
That's much better.
Has it been mentioned before how far we are from the ships, and therefore
100
how
feet.
far? 100 feet.
100 feet.
Okay.
I'm just like, I reckon I can throw a dart that far. I can do it.
That's okay.
If anybody can throw a dice that far, Bluey can.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a special thing which
Disadvantage.
gives
You'd be the best. You'd be the best one to put a bet on in a pub.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Scooby Dooby
And
Doo.
Aelin,
Where are you?
you get this. This is the parts that you Slayer focus as well.
Elijah, where are you? Got so
Lily, please turn off your microphone.
Okay, question. Is it the highlighted parts or the parts that are not left?
It's the highlighted parts.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Just sometimes your brain don't work.
I've labelled one of my abilities wrong. Hello.
Dun dun dun.
So Indomitable is rerolling a saving throw. Then what the fuck is... That's second wind, isn't it?
Second wind regains HP. Indomitable, I think, is the saving throws, yeah.
I put the
Aileen,
wrong information there.
I need to speak to you directly. So would everybody mind just going la 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 for a moment? Thank you. Aileen, from what the information you prioritise from this letter is different from that which also prioritises. That much I'm going to tell you. I'm leaving my daughter's inheritance.
Oh, sorry.
Turn off your sound! Okay. I'm leaving my daughter's inheritance. The Odyssey has foreseen ill omens that he fear may come to fruition. You will be more powerful, and that peace will be restored. Do you have any questions about that information?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it seem like the intention is for Slia to resurrect Cassiel, or that she has to be resurrected herself in some way?
Interesting. You get the impression. Make me an intelligence check.
Okay. That is a natural 20 plus 2 for 22.
You get the impression neither of those were right.
That
No
neither?
matter how hard, neither. You get the impression that no matter how much you try and follow those lines of logic through, that
Okay.
well, Cassiel's life has already been extended beyond natural causes. She is far beyond you. You could not even kill her if you tried, and if you did try, because she isn't dead, then you would bring her out around the destruction of this world even quicker than you could prevent it.
With the natural 20, is there anything that I get that is more on point?
I'm still
Okay.
I'm on my way. With a natural 20, you also realise that, well, if you were to die, what is the difference between Odyssey dying and coming back and you dying? Why would it be that you would have to die if there is someone already dead? And I'm not going to answer any more of your questions because I want you to try and figure a few things out. Lily, you can come back!
Have you had your secrets?
Yes, had our secrets.
No wonder Aylin's hair's so big today. Full of secrets!
It's so fluffy and like really soft.
It's really
It
cute.
does look very nice. I don't know what you've done to it.
It's grown.
I grew it myself.
It slept, you know?
I grew it myself like a chip head.
I think, can I... Ulster will grab Slea's hand after he kind of puts his pieces together. And he's just going to say, you don't have to leave your child. You don't have to leave Farinia. We can use this.
What do we use it for?
Your father. He wants to protect you. He wants to You are his legacy. He kind of points at the letter. This is to protect you, Sleer. This is his insurance. He's dead, but he can still do this.
Can you help
Do you
me?
understand? Sorry?
Can you help me?
He kind of takes both her hands. Of course.
She's just a mess of tears. Like me, I am a
Also
mess
looks
of tears.
like he looks very happy. He's like, and he kind of holds her hands tight.
The 10 minutes which you guys took to learn. Oh, I'm so happy this finally happened. Okay.
What
The
has
10
Cass
minutes
seen?
you guys took to learn this spell, I will count in your casting time. You know this will take an hour. But Elijah is waiting. Cass, you're still watching him. Honed in on the spot where Ulster and Sleer approached.
If we start casting, I think Walter might say, is it not worth killing Elijah before we bring Odyssey back? Because if we bring Odyssey back and Elijah kills him again, we don't
know what the time limit we're gonna have is before the sky comes down, so maybe while we do this, we have the others go after Elijah.
Okay, we'll need to keep someone.
Oh, sorry.
We'll need to keep someone to protect us as well.
So, Ulster and Sleer, those 10 minutes you took to learn the spell, if you wish, I will count them towards your casting time to shorten it. This is a 9th level spell, Sleer. Okay.
I am helping. If I help, does it shorten it at all?
I will.
Because I can draw all the runes and stuff and put my energy into it.
Okay. Can you roll me an Arcana check, please? Plus. I was imagining a DC. I think you can tell that definitely beats it.
But I want to tell you which the big number is, Emma.
Big number.
Can we hear what the big number is too?
Yes. 28.
There's any existing rules.
Lala, come here. Look, we're bringing Sleer's daddy back. Isn't that exciting, Lala? Yeah. Isn't that exciting?
Bluey, thanks to you all.
Okay,
Could-
so
Could the pay not help?
No, we're not doing pay night, Bluey.
Okay. Okay.
We've had enough of it.
So, as you know, the casting runs of a spell go 24 hours, 8 hours, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 1 action, 1 bonus action, and so on. So, Ulster, if you are willing to use the equivalent of a 5th level spell, which would be a spell to replicate kind of a shortened casting time, then I will say that this 10 minutes that you spent learning the spell, you guys can put forward to bringing Odyssey back. And he will come back within soon, imminently.
Okay.
But if you wish, I'll let you hold that trigger for him coming back until you've made a decision about whether you want to fight invasion.
With that in mind, could I do an insight check on Elijah and see what he wants to happen?
Has he patched up his baboon bites?
You see him chug a potion, Cass. He looks reluctant to do so.
Probably got rabies now.
Probably has rabies now. He
What about
appears
the
to be...
Oh yeah, the jackal is still like chilling.
God damn it! God damn it! He
Jackal's
says.
just gnawing on his arm.
2 spells. A.
We've got 2
And
spells out of
a
him.
healing potion. Sucker.
Now,
Does that mean I get another hit on him?
no. He never took his turn.
Oh, okay.
We drifted off after Cass's turn. So. But anyway, as you watch Cass, he seems to be... Roll me an insight check.
Basil. He is watching.
That is 21.
Staring. 21. 21. Slee shared with you before the contents of his journal, the journal that once odysseys that he graffitied and noted and tried to decipher. And you remember specifically that Slee said he was still missing something he couldn't find, something he didn't understand. A piece of information or a factor or a component that was unknown to him. In coming to Feyways first, he has established himself here. You get the impression to learn from you what it is that he was missing. He wants whatever it is to be something that he knows so that he can have all of the information he needs before the Star Martyr is replaced. So obviously what he wants is he wants to bring Tiamat through from the other side of Feyways.
Can we do our spells sneakily?
Sure.
I think Cass would... Oh, sorry. Anna, did you want to go?
No.
Okay. I think Cass would relay that information and be like, it might be an idea to either put that letter somewhere secret or... Cass doesn't want to say burn it because she understands it is like a piece of her father, but you know.
Slee folds up all that information and just like tucks it away in the journal and like into like a pocket, her bag, her knitting bag.
So anyway, as all of this is happening, you guys are deciding over what to do next, your paths to take. You hear a strange walking. Not quite human, not quite animal, but something other than that.
Good.
That smell. Is it stinky?
Well, I don't know. Well, actually, yes, you would. It is accompanied by an odd scent of sulfur and ash burning almost. As the warping noise you look up to hear the source of, see the source of, appears to be the sky. One by one, stars begin to blink.
Right, we're doing this. We're bringing Odyssey back now.
Ouch.
I'm going to get rid of that 5th level.
Oh, actually, whilst I'm got an eye on Elijah and I remember, can I try and do a perception check to see if I can see where he has the Horn of Dragonkind?
The
Orb of
Dragonkind.
Dragonkind. That's it.
So make a perception check, please. It'll actually be an investigation, sorry. To see where
good.
it is.
I'm even better at investigation. 25.
25. Observing kind of his countenance, what he's looking at, like what he looks like, what he's wearing. It is in his top pocket still, right over his heart.
Get it.
Now, Lala's having a drink. Now,
No.
I didn't hear anything, Anna, you're fine. As the lights of the sky begin to fizzle out, you see it almost begins to kind of pull and roosh as blue slips down, and from behind you see a low, dark, almost blood red color taking over this. And in front of you, right in front of you, Sleer and Ulster, you see a hazy, almost hallucinatory figure begin to take shape. The stars themselves almost pulling around her to give light to her form and allow you to actually see her in this plane. And Sleer, first time ever, you see her not in a dream, but in front of you as she is. As the cloak begins to tear itself apart once and for all, Cassiel's form comes into view. And we're going to take a quick break here. Whilst I sort out a few things.
Also, we need her to.
As you-
We need her to kill the contracts. That is all the words I have for it. But just wanted to put those thoughts out there before we break.
Should probably just eat them and just belch. I don't know.
Should we take 10 minutes and then
Yeah.
come back with some tea or some biscuits or whatever we need?
Goodbye.
Oh, forever. Oh, hello. You're so
Okay.
long.
Long. So, like I said, as you stand there, awestruck by the sky falling apart in front of you, another vision begins to emerge from the night sky. Right in front of you, on a plane you've never seen her on before, which is supposedly the material plane. You see Cassiel beginning to take form. What do you do?
Work faster.
You guys need to make a choice about Elijah. What are you doing about Elijah?
Hang on. Let's see.
If
So
you
let
learn
me break down what's happening to you. The sky is falling apart, and you're slowly starting to see Cassiel's form take shape. Slowly, she's not standing in front of you. It's more like an outline. Of her,
Oh,
right?
please don't do this. Oh, please no.
Oh, what is he doing?
Knocked over all my books. I saw it happening.
Oh,
There goes the last one.
Well, anyway,
It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine, La. Don't apologize. Just keep going. Path of destruction.
so you're starting to see Cassiel's outline. The sky is beginning to fall apart. Cass has relayed to you that Elijah is lying in wait to see what will happen next. And you have the means now to bring Odyssey back in a matter of like a minute.
I'm bringing him back. Let's do it. Come on.
So you want to do that before you sort out anything with Elijah.
I'm just saying because I could my Raven can cast spells on my behalf. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I would use against them, but I'm just having a look.
And Chloe?
I think you might have mentioned it at the end of last session. Is there a known penalty to having heavy armor if Bluey chose to, say, swim anywhere? Like, is it
You would
halved movement, or is
Yeah.
it like also difficulty?
Let me just see.
You'd probably sink.
Yeah.
Oh my god, will people stop calling me today? It's my parents.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're gonna have to order us. So yeah, I think You're going to have to do a strength check in order to swim. And then for every, I would say for every 25 feet that you swim, you'll have to make another strength check, but the DC will get higher and higher as you get more tired, if that makes sense.
Okay. Oh god. Right. I mean, if Blue thinks to everyone, I mean, if he learns something by watching us and we don't do anything about him, then if he acts and I don't know, I feel like engaging him away from here, but I don't know how to get there without.
What about the carpet?
I mean, if he sees.
I mean, if he sees, that's kind of a great idea, because then, you know, he's distracted. And he's not watching us.
Swipe the orb.
Sarah says, Slia, Ulster, if you two are needed here to bring back Odyssey, then why don't Cass, Blue, and I go and confront Elijah?
Lebran,
He's safe with you here.
can I set Lebran up so he's leaning against my back so he doesn't fall over?
He is still asleep, but you can see his eyes darting quite fast behind his lids. Rapid eye movement.
All right, prop him up against my back.
Louis, Sarah kind of offers you one of Loran's arms.
Oh yeah, Blue will help.
So do you want-
I'm guessing because of the mind message thing, Varan technically could receive
Mhm.
our mind messages even if he can't process them. So I
Yeah.
think Blue would sort of think like, "You got this, Varan." I don't know.
Oh.
Don't give in.
Since everybody is kind of like here and we see Cassiel approaching, can Slia take possession of the bag of holding?
Sure.
So that we can have the contracts available to us while combat's happening.
Just to clarify, Cassiel's not moving. She is just sort of stationary, and she is like an outline made of stars. As time is passing, you get the impression she's going to become more and more visible.
Hey, does it seem like the more stars disappear, the more she's able to form?
You get that impression, Bluey.
Hmm.
Loran is propped up against your back, Ulster, as you lean over these runes with Slia. Together, the two of you beginning to put together the charm, the spell that will bring back. Now, Sarasa brings about the carpet, taps you on the shoulder, Cass, to pre-warn you that you're about to be moved, then lifts you onto the carpet, and then holds his hand out for you, Bluey.
I guess just like a last kind of look of reassurance is like, does Slia and Brian think this is a good idea? Or are they just way too focused?
I think Olsted's pretty focused. He doesn't know what a good idea is at this point. He's like, yeah, do it.
Okay.
Well,
And Slia, anything special with Ender's soul? As she's getting onto the carpet, thinking.
If you kill Elijah, it should free it.
Okay. Well, I'd love to do that. So.
Then do it. Off you go. Also, it's like, shoop.
Right.
The carpet takes off. Cass, you feel your mind and your body becoming closer and closer and closer until it's 100 feet. A lot of you. Cass, as you are watching the raven.
Sorry, Emma. I'm being called left, right, and centre by every member of my family and people from work. What was that?
You're on the carpet and you're getting closer to the ship itself.
Okay.
I sense imminent destruction.
Can
Danger.
can Bluey take the reins of the carpet and be at the front of it?
It's going to be at the front of it.
Yes. And have Cass and Sarah's behind me.
Yeah, sorry, I've been in and out. I think Cass might try before she wants to try and steal the orb with her raven. But I think she's debating whether to let there be a distraction and then the raven tries, or to create the thing first.
Bluey has an idea.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, okay. Thunderous Smite. Oh, the first hit with a melee weapon does the audible thunder for 300 feet. It's not when it's cast. I mean, can the raven do Mage Hand?
I don't think so, because I think it's only spells with the. Well, it doesn't say actually, so. No, I don't think that the raven would be able to do that. I think it's ones where it's like a touch thing, and I don't think that Mage Hand could be considered like a touch thing, because I can cast it wherever. So it has to be a spell that physical contact's required.
I would agree with that.
Are we still like more than 60 feet out from Elijah's?
If there's something you want to do on the way over, then I'll allow it, yes.
I mean, it'd be great to make him blind, wouldn't
it? Blind him.
Stick him in a
Bluey
stew.
thinks, I want to blind him.
Okay. So then, let me just.
You're going to try and blind him.
I haven't given him around.
Goodbye. I've been gotten rid of.
Rid.
Huh?
I'm just organising the map. Cass and Sarah's a dream team. Dream team. No healers. This is gonna be fun for me. I was telling Lily that I really would love to get a proper good whack on one of you, because Bluey, you've not died yet, and Cass, you died before in season 1. So I think it would be really fun if one of you guys died.
It's anyway, about time, isn't it?
Fun for me. So let's see. There's a hit out on you lot. I'm joking, by the way. Okay, so before we start, I am very aware that this map looks like daytime. I did try quite hard to find a map which was somewhat more nighttime inclined, but as I did attempt this, it just didn't really speak to me, and so it looks a bit bright, but it doesn't matter.
If we just think red in our minds, then Is that a
Yeah,
red,
sure.
blue?
Okay.
Gotcha. I love using my mind to think of pretty things.
Theatre of the mind. So, I'm going to start you in the bottom corner of this map. And then I'm going to share this with you. One day, I'm sure I'll learn how to use Roll20 as DM. And then we'll just have proper good maps.
Then it'll be
Easily accessible.
communist utopia.
So everybody, this is the map that you see. This is where you are, in fact, approaching from.
I'm just gonna put my legs.
Sorry?
I'm just gonna put my legs.
Before we begin, are there any preparations you wish to make?
I did look up the rules for half cover. I'm not sure a medium creature can provide more than one medium creature half cover, but Bluey would like to try and just make sure she's in the way of anything Elijah could do and Cass all around.
Okay. So for half, you mean Sarasa?
I mean, Saraza. I'm so sorry, Saraza.
He's
And
the
Loran.
what? I'm not Loran.
Oh, I tell you what I can do. I can make my raven invisible. Oh, it doesn't matter. I keep thinking these things through, but he's got the glasses, so it doesn't matter. True seeing would see through invisibility anyway. Because I had illusory script that I was like we could use, but it doesn't matter. Oh, this is so annoying. Why did I get those glasses for Ender? For fuck's sake.
Thank you for the gift. They weren't
I
even
guess-
that cheap either. But hey, it's all when these things come back in the end. That's when they're super satisfying.
I mean, just as we're about to kill him, we should nick those glasses so that Ender can have them again.
Chekhov's done. Right. So, the lot of you, as you make your way across the ocean. Baz, stop. No.
Okay. In that case, Cass can't really.
Nice.
There's not really a spell that she can use whilst it's happening. So I think when they attack, Cass is going to use the distraction and command the Raven to try and steal it and use herself as the distraction rather than a spell.
Okay. As you make it within about 30 feet of the ship, you realise there is movement from the top deck. As Elijah Ashune emerges. He watches the three of you warily but expectant. And Cass, your raven follows him out. Again, disorientating as you see his head from behind and yourself in front of him now, still 30 feet away. And he says, well, let's end this then. And he is going to spin around, eyes on your raven, Cass, raise his hand up, and he is going to attempt to cast a cantrip at it. And he is casting.
My Raven.
Yep.
So he knew my Raven was there.
Yes, he did. I rolled at the very beginning, I rolled a perception check for him, which was quite good. Now, if you don't mind, I need you Tell me. Excuse me. What your AC for your raven is.
I can't imagine that it's high.
Got a natural 20.
Oh, don't you kill my bloody... Stop killing my raven.
That's going to be... I need more dice.
Okay. Oh my god, it's got literally no hit points. I'm not sure there's much point in... Do
23.
they defined for me have slightly different stats to like the raven, obviously. Just having a look.
56 points of damage.
I mean, I can't imagine even if it is higher than... Let me have a look.
Sometimes you just take delight in rolling very high numbers as the DM.
4d10 times 2 on a natural 20.
Yeah, it's puffed.
As you are thrown back into your mind.
Turns into roast chicken.
And initiative will start.
Mm-hmm.
But first,
Mm-hmm.
you see his eyes widen as he looks behind you, over your shoulders, over the ocean, Sleer and Ulster, the two of you working together. As Cassiel's form becomes more and more visible, you realize as well that the mantle of the Star Martyr is not only dimming, but is becoming more opaque, revealing more and more of the world behind the mantle. Sleer, those red and green dots that you'd always thought were stars begin to pull, and you realize that the mantle is actually pulling around them as they struggle, their wings flapping, caught in the suspension of fabric that is the mantle of the Star Martyr, as a red and green dragon finally begin to break free. Miles high in the sky, so much as to reduce them to pinpricks of light, they begin to writhe and fly towards the ocean. But there is still a barrier blocking you from that side. Beyond, you see more and more of these creatures, more dragons than you've ever seen. And then in the distance, a larger entity, many-necked, but far, far from you, shadowed as if chained down to something. She writhes and she lashes like Scylla from the sea. But Tiamat is far away, and she cannot currently, or at least does not, approach. The dragons that were caught in Cassiel's cloak do not fly towards you, but instead towards her. Elijah watches, his eyes wide and glassy, as a slight tick of desperation takes over his features. Ulster and Sleer, you feel the magic that you're casting begin to take shape, to take body. The effort that this magic is casting, it is immense. But Sleer, slowly, almost parallel to Cassiel, just to the side of that figure, you see the sky beginning to warp and shimmer in a different way. And you need to speak a single word, and I think you know what that word is. To call this spell into being.
Is it Odyssey?
Also, do you say this too?
Yeah.
You see foot imprints push into the sand before even the body is fully formed. And then you have ankles. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I would like everybody in front of Elijah to roll me initiative, please. And if anybody on the sandbank would also like to, in case they choose to get involved,
Yeah, we can roll it.
I would like you to roll some as well.
9. No. 10.
Wonderful. Hold on to your initiatives, please, friends. Okay, so please, moment. What's that? 25 to 20. Blue, what did you roll?
24.
Okay.
That's how old Emma is for one more day.
Wow. 20
Wow.
to 15. Celia, what did you roll?
And 18.
Okay.
Guys, look, I'm literally holding up the round right now, so that's the reason I'm not super initiative.
That's okay.
I mean, I was surprised to not get the healer initiative.
It's me! Ha!
Uh-huh. Cass, what did you roll?
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Good question would be, will I use this term
Around
wisely?
15 to 10.
10.
And Loran coming in last. So,
Nice,
Cass,
asleep. Why does he need initiative?
Well,
Sleep, right?
yeah.
He's asleep.
Oh, I can do some good.
Now-
I can do some interesting stuff.
At the top of the round, Elijah Ashune, looking, might I remind you,
Like
Right.
that little boy.
and
Hmm.
stands atop this ship and watches you arrive. Bluey Sparks,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do?
Okay. Right. So there's something I want to do that costs an action, but first, Bluey will say in Draconic, "Get up," referring to her dart.
Okay.
Get up!
Get up.
Get up. And right, so that's now hovering over her shoulder. And she will use. I think she has to say a different word. She'll use an action to get one charge of the gem of brightness. Causes gem to fire a brilliant beam of light. One creature you can see within 60 feet. Creature must succeed on a DC 15 con saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute. Blinded for 1 minute. During that time, Elijah can repeat that saving throw, and if he succeeds, the blindness ends.
Can I just check the radius on that really quickly?
It's 60 feet. So it's just targeting one creature. That's the one of the three effects.
Gem of brightness.
The second command word is able to do the 60 feet distance.
That's not
just
sorry. I'm trying to put a circle of light around you because you're wearing the gem of brightness. So is it 30 feet across for bright light and then another 30 feet of dim light? Or
I don't think it has to be. I don't think it has to be on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she would have put it on either.
Okay. That's fine.
Like turned it on. So
Sure.
just
So you want to try and blind him.
yes, DC 15 con.
Okay. A DC 15 Constitution save.
Oh, I don't know which one to. Oh, I don't know which spell to go for.
Okay, so that is going to be a 4. So
Wow.
on a 4,
Yep.
he is blinded. Now, how long does that last for, Bluey?
It's a minute, so 6 rounds, but each round, if he makes the save, it ends.
Understood.
I don't know. I don't know if it requires. I don't think it requires like an action to try and save, or it. I think he can still use his turn. You know.
Okay.
But yeah. Which.
Good. Right, Bluey, you can choose if you wish to be in control of the carpet for your movement.
Yeah. So we're 30 feet away. Are we like level with him? All right. I think I'd just say in my mind, I'm going to move forward and then move the carpet. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to move it forward.
Within jumping distance of the ship.
Yeah, 20 by 20 feet. So blue. Oh, was that a running long jump? Oh, 25 feet.
15, 20, 25. So you're about you're yeah.
Is that all right? All right.
Is
Okay.
that about right? Everyone who wishes to see the updated map, please look at my screen now.
Thank you. Yes. So that's action, bonus action. That is all I would like to do.
Okay, good. Next up in the order, we have Elijah Ashune. Now,
Fuck, all right.
can I just check your gem of brightness? Does it say at the end of his turn?
Oh, that is a good thing.
Because that'll tell us what we need to know.
At the end of each of its turns.
Okay, so he is going to he is going to use this time to to shake off the blindness if he can. 19 plus 1, dirty 20. But that is the end of his turn. So he will be.
No...
Indeed.
Okay.
He will be slightly neutered for this. Now, there's one other thing. One moment.
So he is no longer blind.
He is no longer blind.
Right.
Now,
Oh, hello.
as you cast that, I would say, offensive magic upon him.
Oh shit! Oh,
As-
right. That's what you meant by offensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Truly offensive, not politically correct. You're not so woke at all. Cass, that magic that you felt when you first examined this space begins to fizz and whirl and come to fruition. Now, you have seen magic such as this before. Contingency.
Okay.
When a target's requirements are met, it triggers a magical effect which, well, whether they like to or not, will go off. Now, wall Force. Have you ever heard this spell before, guys?
What's it called?
Wall of Force.
Yes.
So, in front of you, you recognize the air beginning to sort of solidify almost. As in front of Elijah, about 10 feet across, with there are small gaps in between, but not large enough for the carpet to get through. These barriers begin to appear. It's almost like a dome, kind of like peeling over the top of the ship, providing Elijah with a, barrier from you. Now, that is all that happens. And as the carpet goes forwards, it hits the edge of this barrier and it cannot break through. You cannot continue on the carpet, I'm afraid.
Right.
Great cats. Baz, don't eat the dice. He's a monster. Right. As this barrier goes up, you slam into it with your carpet. And next in the order is going to be Sleer. Is there anything you wish to do?
I mean, is she still in the middle of like casting her spell?
Yes.
She's gonna keep doing that.
Cass, it's your go. You are prevented from going further by this wall of force, which I'm going to put on the. I should probably put that on.
Okay. Would I know if wall, because like I know what this spell is, but I can't actually remember it. Wall of Force, is that a concentration spell? I don't think it is. So I think once you establish the walls, they just sort of do their thing.
19. Just a moment. No. He's literally just reaching out this paw to try and get the dice. Feral little man. Okay. You see that blue line across the front of the ship? That is the wall of force just there. I was scratched.
Mm.
And it curves over the top of the ship.
Okay.
Well, sand is concentration, as is Wall of Light.
Oh, sorry. Are you still checking if it's concentration?
Yeah, I basically because
sorry,
my
I was
thoughts are like if I can distract him, then he might have to drop.
Concentration is dropped when they receive damage.
Okay.
So if he receives a certain amount of damage, then he will potentially lose concentration.
I don't want him to be able to see me cast it because he might do something against it. Did you send a new photo?
No, I showed it to you just.
Okay,
I'll
great.
send you a photo.
Basically, there's lots of things on the ship, so I think I can cast it without it being super obvious where I'm casting, because I want to summon a fiend.
Oh my god. Cool. Okay.
I just don't know which fiend. I'm so stuck. They're all really good, and I don't know which one to go for.
Speak its name.
Huh?
Speak its name, and it will come to me.
There's demons, devils, or Yugoloth, and I don't know which one to go for. You know what? I'm gonna go for a devil because it can fly, and I think that's really cool. So, Or should I go for a different one? Someone help me. Has anyone ever conjured any of these
You have to make this
before?
decision yourself, I'm afraid.
Ah,
Baz, stop it! Hang
yeah.
on, I'm just going to deliver this naughty child.
Okay, we're gonna summon a demon. Why not? Because it's got other things. No, change my mind again. We're going for Yugoloth. That's it. So from behind a thing, so you can't see it, Cass is gonna summon it.
Okay.
If Cass is trying to do this sneakily, does she have any advantage?
So you need to say the name of what you're summoning. So a Yugoloth is a type of creature.
No, not for a summon fiend. This is a mystic arcanum.
So I know, but I want you. There are tons.
You want me to come up with a name?
Exactly your.
Okay.
Oh,
So are you summoning a Mesoloth? Are you summoning an Arcanoloth, an Ultraloth, a Nikoloth, a Durgaloth, a Cololoth, a Mesoloth, a Hydroloth, an Ultraloth, a Mesmol?
I didn't even know it's a Yugoloth.
Do you want me to just pick one?
The spell is that's what it offers is a demon, devil, or Yugoloth. It doesn't offer a type. I think it's set what it is, and it has all of its things. It's a mystic arcanum rather than a spell.
Summon,
so I think it's different.
Yeah, there is a spell. And
it has so it's resistant to fire, poison. It's resistant to fire, immune to poisoned. Has magic resistance.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so it's not. But I can say I know its name and just come up with a name if you want.
Say Tozatal. And then have Tozatal appear. Like as a big proper one.
Yes.
That'd be funny.
Okay. Cass goes Tozatal, and from behind a corner somewhere hidden, a Tozatal will appear.
Okay, so the way I see it is, Ulster, as you're sitting there, like this amazing like magic taking place. You feel like a scurrying in your shirt, and Tozatal bursts forth like a chest buster and starts scrabbling across the sand. And as he goes, he begins to grow into this large, kind of like terrifying, fiendish creature. And he takes off from the sand and begins to fly across the oceans. This is all just for flavour, by the way. Where do you want him to be placed, Cass?
Oh, I want him to be I would say just behind, so where you've got like the circle thing.
Yeah.
Though if he's already been summoned, he can't be. Yeah, I'm gonna say behind there. I'm being called again. Fuck's sake. Everyone is really annoying me today. I want to actually focus on playing and I can't because everyone keeps calling me.
It's okay, don't worry.
Okay. Sorry, my mum's calling me and she's gonna be really pissed off if I don't answer. So I'm summoning a fiend, and at the minute all I can do is summon it. Oh, actually no, it's Gogo's right after mine, so then it will do something. I'll be right.
Okay. I am just going to put it on the map for you, and I'm going to say it looks like this. Wait a moment. Okay, and the size of it is large.
Amazing.
Great. So everybody, Tozatal has turned into something that looks a little bit like this.
Mmm.
Yummy. Anyway, next up. Yes. I'll do that right now. Ulster's like, oh, so cute. Okay. Next up in the order, we have Ulster. So you're just continuing on with your spell, yeah? Next up will be Saraza, who, as you are pressed up against the edge of this wall of force, pulls up the corner of the carpet and begins to go around it to try and come through on the other side so that you guys might take some time to, even though it'll take time, so that you guys might still actually attack him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. At which point, he will himself jump off the carpet, run forward to Elijah, 5, 10, 15, 20, boom, and he will lay in on him. Absolutely slice this bastard to bits. So, 3 attacks. What is that supposed to be? 4, 5, 15. So that's not good. But luckily he is plus 10s. So 2 of those hit. Making that 5, 11, 22, 26 points of damage plus the extra from his sword. 28 points of damage as he skewers Elijah, but it slips out as he wrenches away, trying to get further and further from his attacker.
Mm.
He is no longer blind.
Just checking with Cass. Does Tozatal go right after your turn, Cass? You're muted. I'm so sorry.
You're muted.
Sorry, I'm really sorry about all this. Yes, normally it would act immediately after my turn, but because I was on a call, maybe this round we'll just have it go in. Yeah, and then next round it'll be after mine.
Sure. So what are you going to do with it?
I am going to do 3 attacks on Elijah because it can attack 3 times. So I'm just going to roll all 3 at the same time.
Okay. Are these considered magical attacks?
They are not. I have chosen a melee attack.
Okay.
So that is dirty 20, 27, and 18.
Please stop. Sorry. You don't get dice. You don't get to play. He is a monster.
And we love him.
Right. Hang on a moment. Okay, so can you please tell me what the attack rolls were again?
Oh God. It was a 27, a dirty 20, and a did I say 17?
17. On that last one, you see Elijah throw up his hand as a shield comes in and just deflects the final blow.
Okay. So
So
2
two
hit.
Because there are three different types of attack. Before you roll, make sure you determine which types of attack. Actually, no, sorry, you did a
No,
claw. So it's
they're all
only
the same.
Only a claw.
Yeah. So it would be 9 plus 6 plus.
So 2 of them hit out of 3.
30 points of damage.
Okay. Sorry, hang on. Only 2 of them hit.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d8
So 2d8
plus
plus 6,
is
and then plus the spell's level. So I had I had a
6 level spell.
and a 7
Okay, that's fine, don't worry.
plus 6 plus, and then it's the spell level is, oh, it's 6. It's higher than I thought. That's even better. I hadn't even looked. So it's actually 31
Okay.
because I
Right.
thought it was 5th level, but it's 6th. 31 points of damage for that.
Okay.
And then after it hits, it's going to teleport 30 feet away behind something to that
Okay. 5,
it
10,
can't be easily
15,
got
20, 25, 30.
because
It
it's
can
got a
be up
movement speed
on
of,
the railings, but it can't be behind something.
okay, because it's got a speed of 40 feet, so I can get it back for each attack
Gotcha.
with its
Okay.
movement within
All
melee
right.
range.
Next in the order is Loran. Also, as you are casting this spell, you hear a strange kind of humming in your mind, a connection which you know you only have with one person.
Uh-oh.
It's enough to distract you just for a moment. You look away from the spell you're casting, and
Where are my dice?
I had to take them over here because of the cat. Oh.
Yeah.
And Slia, as Ulster looks away, you see the outline of Odyssey as he's beginning to take form, loyal, slightly unstable. And Ulster, in your mind, you hear a voice. The end of the world, then. And behind you, there's the sound of of shuffling sand, and Loran sits up and flopping forward, his head hitting his knees at first as he kind of catches his breath, and then he looks over at you, and his eyes are no longer peridot green at all, but brightest gold.
I am putting all of my energy into giving Slia the last bit of energy that she needs for the spell so that I can potentially engage Loran.
Next up in the order, we have Bluey. Bluey, the carpet
wow.
has landed at the bottom of the ship.
Right.
Here. Very
Essentially,
sophisticated.
do we essentially have a clear shot of Elijah with no wall of force behind us?
At the moment, yes.
Sorry, in front of us. Yeah. Okay. Roughly how far is the carpet from Elijah?
You have a 5-foot jump down, and then you have 25 feet to go.
Okay. So if I use a bonus action for the boots, then I think. So 20. Ooh, it would be good. Fuck. Okay. Oh. Bluey doesn't need to be fast. Okay. I think Bluey's going to cast Compelled Duel.
Mhm.
It's a bonus action. She has line of sight, and it's within 30 feet. Okay, so that's disadvantage. That's on her, and he has to make a wisdom save to move. So yeah, that's how it ends. Keep us in there, blue. So how does that work with grapple? Sorry. Okay. All right. So if she bonus actions compel duel and then moves the 30 feet, then I think she will try to grapple and see if it's a success. Because if it is a success, then she will do 2 attacks with the dart. If it isn't a success, she will try grappling again and then attack. She might try 3 times this turn to grapple him. How does that sound?
Okay.
Up to 3 times. So I'll do that compelled duel. It is so he has to roll a wisdom saving throw, a 17 wisdom saving throw. Yeah. I imagine he adds a lot to wisdom. So I don't think I could make his rolls worse. Does he make 17 wisdom? Yeah.
Okay. How many?
Just the one for compelled duel. Sorry. Wisdom. This is a lot of thinking.
So we have 18.
Fuck. All right. Yeah, Bluey will just accept that doesn't work. So, okay, she will run up to him and try and grapple him. So that's an athletics or an acrobatics roll against Bluey's athletics. So,
Okay. That's going to be 15.
I rolled a 16.
Ah.
Having a 5 on the dice.
Okay.
So I would like to make 2 attacks with the dart. And I believe they're at advantage because she's successfully grappled him. Let me check that. Yes. Elijah has 0 speed. Bluey has half speed. And can choose to move him. Bluey has advantage on attack rolls. Alright, so yep, but each of those 2 attacks. I mean, yeah. Attack 1. I'm glad I had advantage since it's 13 on the dice. That surely hits. And that's an 11 on the dice. So 1 attack is how many to hit? What do you add? That's inventory. I need actions plus 15. So that's 28 and 26. Do both of them hit?
Both of them hit. Yes, they do.
Thank you. Okay. That's I guess 4 and then plus 7 plus 7. So that is 18 piercing damage.
Okay.
And okay, I don't believe this does anything to give advantage for anyone else yet. But what if I action surged?
What if you action surge? You might just freaking kill him outright.
Mm,
Could happen. Weird things
I
happen.
am
So can you tell
going
me
to.
the total damage that you caused just then?
That was 18 damage. Piercing.
Okay.
I didn't roll anything spectacular on the dice, so I don't need to watch out for any special things that happen. Okay, no. Yes, Blue's gonna action surge to try and then restrain him with a grappling pin. So this will be her whole action.
Okay.
So it's another acrobatics or athletics from Elijah.
Okay.
Wait, does Bluey have this at advantage? I don't think she does.
19 on the dice. It's just the flat roll.
If it's another grapple, it sort of counts as an attack, but not for multiple attacks in around purposes. But does it count as an attack for the purposes of Bluey getting advantage on this?
Oh my god, you're so funny.
You
The
you
wiggling.
can say no.
I think it's going to be a no
Okay.
because he's making a save.
I think it's just a check still.
Oh, sorry.
Acrobatics or
So you want him to roll at disadvantage?
it's not him rolling a I'll just say it straight because I don't know how that affects it. But in any case, I rolled a 28.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jesus.
Elijah is now restrained. What that means for everyone else who might be thinking of attacking him, Bluey and Elijah both have 0 speed. Anybody who isn't Bluey gets advantage on their attacks against Elijah. Elijah attacks. Elijah does attack rolls at disadvantage. Not that he might be making many of those. Elijah has dexterity saving throws at disadvantage as well. So, attack him with. I think Blue might be shouting this in her mind, like, you can fucking lay into him, or give him something that he can't get out of the way of. Yeah. Yeah. There ends my turn. I mean, he's going right after this. Let's just. Oh, he can always try and get out, I believe, with acrobatics or athletics on his turn. I can check that if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
So we have advantage on ranged. Do we have advantage on attacks, right?
I think it's any attack rolls. So I don't think it
Because-
matters whether or not it's ranged.
Okay, because I've got something, but it's an attack roll, which at this level you're better off with your DC saves because they're so high. But if I've got advantage, then that's great.
But also, if you've got a nice dex saving throw requirement thing.
Okay.
That might also hurt Bluey, though.
Are you guys finished?
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, but this will only hurt if. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
That's all right.
I feel very proud of myself, and I better not fucking undo it. Or he can if he wants to. I just, it's more reasons to be mad at him, so. Yeah, if Bluey tries to physically attack, obviously, if Elijah tries to physically attack Bluey, he will be rolling straight if he's doing attack rolls. I don't know what happens. I assume because we're both restrained, any effect cancels out, so it's yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, as you hold him,
Mhm.
grappled there, Blue.
Yeah.
Um,
Try
what
and
is
get
what are
away
the
from-
thoughts going through your mind?
What are the thoughts going through my mind?
Yeah, how are you feeling about all this? Pretty good.
Oh, Emma,
Yeah.
don't ruin
yeah.
it.
She is feeling. She's like, oh yes, this is the moment. Fuck yes.
Okay.
Come on, everybody. So yes, she is.
I would like it
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
Bluey,
Yeah.
Saraza, and Cass
I have a question.
clear.
Did Elijah have to roll a concentration save for all those
Oh.
damages that he has just taken?
Oh yes, you're correct. I'm just going to say the wall of force is probably dropped at this point then,
Okay.
because that's just so many.
All
It
right.
makes sense that he would have failed at some point.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So yes, Bluey,
Uh-huh.
Saraza,
Mhm.
and Cass. How far away from Elijah would you say you are?
Cass,
Yeah, like
well,
when
she's
you
off.
you didn't
she's
say you moved last session in case I'm last session.
Yeah. So the others have jumped off the
Carpet, but you're still on there.
carpet, so Cass is still on it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so then I think it's just going to be Bluey and Samson. I would like
Mhm.
you to please.
Oh, maybe also my demon,
I think
devil,
you asked it to teleport 30
depending
feet,
on
didn't you?
the range.
Okay.
Oh, a cup of tea, thank you.
Yeah, depending on the range, I might need to do my.
So can you
fiend.
please make me dexterity saving throws, the two of you?
33.
My fiend as well.
Now, if you're grappling him,
I'm restrained as well, which means I have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
I see.
What's the range on whatever this is, Emma?
It is going to be a. Give me a moment. 20-foot radiant. Oh, I can actually. I can choose where it's centered. Excuse me.
Oh no.
5, 10. Yeah. 5, 10.
Oh,
Okay.
darling.
Cass, can you also? Thank you for reminding me of that. Can you also make me a dexterity saving throw?
Is it 30 feet then?
It's 20 feet, but he can choose a point within range.
Okay. Is it magical?
Yeah.
So I have advantage.
Now, he's using a feature which I've not had a chance to use yet, called Overchannel, which I think is really fun. I don't think any of you've heard of it before.
I'm going to go to my dark dice.
I would like to hear what everybody's dexterity saves were. Oh, sorry, that's one.
That's an 8.
It's an 8. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bother.
Wee.
Oh,
A
bother.
19 for my fiend.
So I need to find out.
I need to find out exactly how Bluey dies.
He can do this.
Blue is raring.
Louis, 8.
An 8.
Cass.
19.
Okay. And
Says.
Sarah's got 10.
Oh.
That's a little. Louis and Sarah's, both of you take 60 points of damage.
16?
And Cass takes 30. As from that point, a burst of fire just roars out in all directions. He sculpts it around himself, untouched by the flames, whilst your skin boils. Yes, Bluey, I know you have the pain-like resistance, so please halve it to 30.
God,
So,
Sarah.
Saraza takes 60 points of damage.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Almost
glad I picked the
in one
Yugalov
round. Can I
because
make this into perspective? That just so you understand whether or not it might be what your tactics might be going forwards. This one spell did as much damage to Samariza as you guys all did to Elijah in 2 rounds. So just something to bear in mind.
Mm-hmm.
He looks okay, but he doesn't look happy. Cassie took 30.
Cass's Yugoloth took 30, yes. Cass is fine. But I say that she was like on the
No. He would no. You took 30 because he put it in a point between you, Louis, Sarah, and Cass.
Oh, okay. Then I need to re-roll that because so my Yugoloth hasn't taken any damage because it's.
That's okay. You can just put your dexterity modifier instead of. Or if you want to re-roll it, it's whatever you want.
So mine. Oh, it's the same.
So, okay. So 30. And
okay, so my Yugoloth wasn't in the range. Okay, I'm gotta keep an eye on.
Can you also make me a concentration check, please?
Me?
Yes.
I don't think that spells concentration. Oh, it
not?
is. It is. No, it is. You're
Oh.
right. I didn't realise that. Okay, let me take damage first.
It's okay.
So, and what is the concentration save?
Should be a 15.
14, is it?
15. It's half of the damage you took.
Natural 20.
Oh.
You got dominoes. See?
I'm trying to clap. Well, there we go. We can clap like this.
Ah, what's you? What is?
I got a natural 20.
I'm sorry, birthday stuff just arrived to me.
Exciting.
Cass, can you kind of? Sorry, I just missed that last 30 seconds. What
I got a natural 20. My concentration is A-OK.
Gotcha. Okay, the Yugoloth is still there. Now, Sauza is charred slightly on his outsides. But, just another day. Elijah is now going to take this opportunity to Misty Step 20 feet away from you all.
Oh, you little bitch.
Oh, wait. Can you do that? Because he did an action spell.
He has a special feature to do it once per day as a bonus action.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think restraint stops him. Just his speed becomes 0, but he can teleport.
Do you teleport with him?
5, 10, 20.
I don't think that happens with
Okay,
Misty.
so you know where he's going to go? He's going to go and hang out on that bit of rubble over there.
And where's my Yugoloth?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, where's he? The rubble.
He is on this little.
There.
Rubble.
I see. Got you.
I'm going to send this updated map now. So, as all of that is going down, next up in the order is Sleer. Sleer, you hear a massive explosion from the boat, and you see flames course across the top of the ship, which is fun, very fun. That is the updated map for all of you.
Right, thank you.
You are.
Okay.
That's not what you see, Sleer.
No. Oh, I need to add some fire to the deck. I'm sorry. The deck is also on fire.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I met the grumpy postman, by the way.
Sorry?
I met the grumpy postman.
Oh, grumpy!
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
There's a horribly grumpy postman who I've had to chase down to get not laundry. That'd be weird. To get post from. And, not a very nice man. Not very nice man, if you ask me.
He actually waited more than 2 seconds this time, though.
Well.
Because I had to run and chuck Lala upstairs.
That's so funny.
Baz, I just left him roam.
I think Baz is
He's slow and lumbering enough.
Yeah, he's safe.
Yeah, you can catch him.
So there are flames across the ship, just so you're aware. I'm putting them where the these red boxes are.
We need to watch the new Game of Thrones because there's memes everywhere spoiling it.
I haven't seen any spoilers except the fact that there's like a birth scene in the first episode, and so
Sorry.
I have gotten a single spoiler, which I will not say aloud.
boy, sympathy. Now, Slia, focusing on Odyssey, when Orsted turns around, you see his form waver. But he keeps on, I'm going to just say growing, because he is sort of slowly appearing. Feet first, now it's up to his knees, and you see these robes kind of just like falling at his feet, slowly but surely coming into vision. And the scene that I described before of those dragons beyond the veil, you see it too. You see the heads of Tiamat shadowed and far off in the distance.
Oh, we need that orb.
Get the orb, guys.
And Cassiel suddenly twitches. And you see her face beginning to come into view as well. Her eyes come first. She's looking at you and over to Odyssey as well. But she can't properly move yet. These two figures appearing in front of you.
Slea's gonna use her whole turn to just concentrate on this spell. That's all she can do right now.
Cass.
Hello. I am on the carpet. I am going to okay, I'm gonna cast Crown of Stars.
Okay.
Is that a concentration spell?
It is not, no.
Rad.
Oh.
So I there's a new 7 starlight motes of light appear and orbit my head. So basically Cass looks freaking awesome. And as a bonus action, I'm going to send one of those motes streaking toward Elijah.
Okay. It's a new card.
What does it do?
What does it do? That is the question.
So you're sending a mote of starlight towards Elijah.
Yes,
What do I have to do?
It's an attack, so I need to roll.
Okay.
That is a. What's my attack? It's 11. I haven't done it for so long. I was like, what is it? It is a 27.
Okay, that's going to hit.
So it's 4d12 radiant damage. Not bad, not bad, not bad. That is, sorry, let me just do the maths because I'm terrible. 39.
39, half that for me, please.
Uh-oh.
So
20?
I don't know whether that'd be 19 or 20. Do you round down? Do you round up?
You always take 1 point of damage at least.
Okay, so 20.
Okay. Right. Elijah's not looking super amazing. But
Good.
he doesn't look like he's dying yet. Now, as you cast that, your Yugoloth waits expectantly.
Oh yes, of course. I was like, what? Yes, I forgot I have control of another thing. It's going to try and get to Elijah.
Okay. So How much? It has 40 foot, right? 5,
40 foot, yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. Now, the water is difficult terrain, so it's going to have to swim through. So 10. Hang on, let me just do that again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. Okay, I'm going to say it can get this far, but it can't get any closer than that. It's 10. It's 15 feet away.
One moment. Just want to check. It can go there because I might as well wait because Elijah might move. So it's going to go there. It's heading for Elijah.
Understood? Okay. Next up in the order, Ulster.
Yes. Ulster is very aware that Loran is looking a bit scary. But he is going to turn. He's just going to nod at Loran and just say, "Please." And he's going to put both hands back down to help Slayer.
Loran slowly gets to his feet and he just says, "Please." He looks over at the fire, kind of scoring across the top of that ship. He looks over to the stars pulling like a curtain, and he just says, "Why did you split the party?" And after a moment, "I don't want to thin it out anymore. Don't give me a reason to." And behind you, he walks towards the water and raises his hand up to cast something at the ships. But it's not his turn, and he's not in the initiative. He is in the initiative order. It's not his turn yet. We will see what he does. Next up, though, unless Ulster, is there anything you wish to do? Wish to say to him? Wish to accomplish?
I think in Loran's head, he just hears, "I love you." And then also turns back to the circle.
Okay. It is Saras's go. But he knows better than to jump off of a boat and swim to Elijah.
Uh-oh.
He's going to turn to the rest of you and he's going to say, "I won't lie, I think our best bet might be to take him back to the sand." And you guys can respond as a free action if you wish to talk to him.
I agree. Oh, actually, no, but we don't want him anywhere near Clea and Brian. So,
sorry, what's just happened? Sorry, my mother called.
That's okay.
All the
Loran
mothers.
is awake and appears to be back to his old self. And Sarasa has now suggested that you guys regroup on the sandbanks rather than trying to chase Elijah down.
Oh, we regroup rather than.
Well, yes, with everyone else as well.
Yeah,
But we need that orb.
we really do need that orb.
So we get the orb and we go. Even if he lives. Slayer can deal with him later.
I'm not sure if we could be having all this conversation in our head, but Bluey would like to ask Cass if Tozatel can stay on this ship whilst Cass moves far away, or do you have to be within a certain range?
Kozatal can now do he's an independent thing. He's not attached to me.
and independent of the town. Okay.
He's his own creature, but he's just like doing what I want. So
I just think.
So
Mm,
Saraza, initiating this conversation, is going to hold a grapple in case he comes in arm's reach of Elijah. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. And he'll lose his turn, but he understands that. Now,
You guys don't have a healer.
Cass has cure wounds, but it's very low level.
Blue can heal herself a little bit.
Cass also has
And
spare the dying.
Sarah's is down 60 or something.
So does Blue. Also, if Blue drops to 0, she doesn't roll death saves at first, unless it's like a full-out death. She has a round where she's stable, and then she starts.
Bluey can carry Sarah's back to shore then.
I mean, Sarah's is also a fighter and can probably second wind, so.
yeah, cool. This is true. Now, as you all stand there, you see movement from the sandbank, more so than you've seen from Ulster and more so than you've seen from Sliam. Looking up, Loran has his feet kind of like in the water up to his shins, and he has a hand raised towards you, and every single one of you, for a sort of horrifying moment, remembers how he acted before and remembers how he tried very, very hard to turn against the lot of you. Whether he'll do the same again, it is hard to say. But as much fire as Elijah may have, that is one place where we can certainly say Loran excels. I think that it's only fitting we fireball him right back, don't you? So, Elijah is going to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm not going to use this dice.
Wait, from where? Where does the fireball come from? From Loran?
From Loran.
From Loran.
How? What's the range on that?
150 feet.
What?
You know, Ulster can double all of his ranges too, so he can easily get him.
Mm-hmm. I gave Loran the next magic feat.
Yeah.
Because I think it's iconic. But I couldn't
Ulster has
find
that as well.
I couldn't find it on my feet, so I had to just do it manually.
I can send it to you.
Thank you.
150
so-
feet?
Fireball. He's not going to overcharge it because he doesn't think he needs to.
Mhm.
As his fire releases from his hand, Ulster, there's a moment where you're like, that's a bit weird, because it isn't orange, it's not red anymore. It's like bright yellow and white. And you get the impression the painite has had some effect.
Ulster remembers his own fire and is like, okay.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Now, Elijah rolled a 9 on the dice.
Roast, Elijah, roast.
So everybody, welcome to the roast of Elijah. 7, and that's 13, and that's a 14, and of course we have to do that. And that is 22 last. And that is 6, it's 4, it's 10. 32 points of fire damage explodes across that chunk of wood that he is standing on. And you just hear this cacophonous, like, rattling yell as he is engulfed from behind in flames. Your Yugoloth might have to make a dexterity save as well. I'm sorry. Just a little one.
And it's magic, so.
Oh, so isn't it like immune to fire if it's a devil or something?
It's a
Oh,
Yugoloth.
actually, yes. It is. Hang on. Give me 1 second.
Isn't the Yugoloth really far from Elijah? Like, isn't Aunt
No,
Loran and
it's only
Bluey?
15. I'm resistant
Oh,
to
it
fire
is.
and I have advantage
I'm
on the
gonna
saving
say that-
throw.
Advantage, okay.
Yeah.
No, I have advantage and resistance.
Pretty
I have
good.
advantage on all magic spells and effects. Oh, natural 20.
Iconic.
And then also resistant as well. So half and half.
Hello, Basil. You're back for the dice, are you?
So,
This is the thief I caught him. I caught the dice thief. He likes to steal them.
Yeah.
Elijah Ashune is a wizard. Wizards are not known for their tankiness. But he did have stone skin, which buffered some of the initial rounds of slashing, fighting, etc.
This lump.
Look at him.
Now, 64 plus 32 brings us to 96. Which means you see crawling towards the water on his arms and knees, his flesh bubbling off his bone, his clothes melting into his flesh as well, until at last, oh my god, he looks so funny, until at last he is surrounded by the salt water clinging to a non-burning piece of wood. You see Elijah Ashune, a husk, almost dead. And he calls up to you and he says, I've seen her. She's coming. It's only a matter of time. There's no better way to go for me than burning.
Kill him.
And from his burning clothes, you see a green light as the orb of dragonkind just falls from his shirt
Grab it.
and begins to sink.
Can
Grab
I
it.
send my Yugoloth to get it?
Your Yugoloth is kind of separated by the flames. It's going to have to be one of you three who goes to get it. Or at least
All right.
all.
All right.
You know, my dad in Greece had to dive into the water to get a 20 euro note
Yeah.
because he dropped it from the water taxi.
Oh,
Louis,
Up
you're next. Yeah. Louis, you're next in the order if you want to try and grab it.
yes, please. Okay.
You're going to have to jump into the sea.
Yes.
Get it.
Is
Get it.
given that I get within range of the orb, is grabbing it a free action?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, so I forgot to tick off a action surge there. I ticked it off there, so don't worry. Okay, so if she does a bonus action for her boots, why did I want an action? What the fuck did I want to do with an action?
Grab the orb of dragonkind. Jump.
Yes. Oh, I think I was wondering if I had an action free and could also grab the orb, then I think Blue would want to do Gem of Brightness, just an action to make there be 30 feet of bright light, 30-foot dim light, in case this orb sinks further into the water.
Okay, good. So
Can I
you
do
jump into the water.
All right. I'm going to Boots of Haste because I'll be in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to fucking sink. All right, and then Gem of Brightness. Her dart's still out. I don't think that's a problem. And okay, yeah, she's gonna try and dive in and this orb. If Elijah has an attack of opportunity, I doubt he'll make an attack roll. But in case he does, he has disadvantage because of the boots. Unless it's leveled up because she's in water.
Okay. Bluey, you're swimming down. You're about 10 feet underwater. You see the kind of like orange haze of flame above you. You see where Elijah's body is partially submerged. And you see the green light below of all the dragonkind, and you reach out for it. Hang on. Excuse me for a moment. Would you please
Mhm.
make me a charisma check?
A charisma check. Just straight a check.
Yeah.
All right. Shit. I'm not going to use my brief foresight on this. That's a 5.
Okay. 1 second.
Are you sure about that?
Oh.
No, it's fine.
I
It's
don't know.
fine. It's fine, right? Right.
Yep. All
Be
right.
fine.
I'm accepting the 5. Maybe. The fuck needs a charisma check? A charisma check, not a saving throw. A check. He's sussing me out.
I'm with Aylin. I think this might be important. May not be, but
Oh fuck. Okay, Emma, before you announce anything.
Bluey, if it's your instinct to use it, use it. Don't listen to us.
Yeah.
yeah, you've got to do what you want to do.
Do what Bluey would do. And if Bluey would use the foresight, use the foresight. If Bluey wouldn't, take the 5.
Use force, Bluey.
I don't think she would. I think she's thinking of like using it at the shore. It's not a saving throw. Are you sure it's not a saving throw?
I would like you to make me a charisma check, please.
Yeah, it's a 5. You absolutely sure it's not a saving throw?
I am
Can
absolutely
confirm
sure.
it's not a saving throw.
Oh,
This is super annoying. I'm just trying to find a
Like, it's super weird, but it's yeah.
specific.
what am I in for? Bright light. Are the fish gonna eat me? Are there any fish here?
Mm.
Are there any fish here?
Fishies.
Do I look really tasty?
You do. That's what you've gone to Flavor Town.
Feyways is Flavor Town. It's canon.
225.
What?
Sorry, that's how much damage you did. No.
What?
I'm just looking at this. There we are. Righty.
I used an action. I used a bonus action. I should not have. Maybe I should have. I want to see the gem, the orb. Fuck. Do I
Okay,
want to use it?
so-
No, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. Do I want to?
As you hold onto the Orb of Dragonkind, I would like to ask you a question. Are you using your foresight or no? Because I want to carry on with the game.
Fuck, I'm so.
Just go with whatever you would do, hun.
Go with your gut.
I'm scared. I will not use the foresight. I rolled a 5. I accept this fate. Or do I? I do. Or
It was nice knowing you, Anna.
oh fuck, what have I done?
Okay, So,
You've done exactly what Bluey would do, and that's a-okay. We're here.
A check though, not a saving
please
throw.
roll me 2d100.
2d100.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll roll. I'll roll this as a pair. Does this mean one? Does this
No,
mean
I want
one?
you to roll me d100 twice.
Oh,
So that
two
would
of
be-
these.
No, 2 of. So
Two of
yes,
both.
so that would be 100. No, that would be 1. Sorry, that's 1. And then roll it again. So that's
So this,
1.
I get 1.
And then roll it again.
I hope
Oh,
I'm looking for something very low. 86. So in
86.
total, that's 87.
So you're going super low and quite high.
To be fair. And I would like you to roll me 2 more d100.
2 more?
Yes, please.
Oh God.
Okay. You know, I'm getting by an ace of the percentile. There's a medal on the 10 here. It's another, that's 25.
Uh-huh.
Fuck is happening? Oh. That's 83.
Emma
Tom's
looks
just
very nervous.
Okay, hang on one second.
Do you
Sorry.
need to call Bluey Protection Services?
So can you tell me those minor? No. Can you tell me those 100s again? Just
1.
1. Yes.
86.
Yes.
25.
Oh, cool. Okay. And
83.
83.
Squared.
These
Okay.
are today's numbers.
You now have the ability to cast Dimension Door. I've decided. Just
Ooh.
What? What?
So write that down. You're immune to
Okay.
disease.
What?
You have disadvantage on saving throws against spells.
Ooh.
And Louis.
Ability to cast Dimension Door. Immune to
Disease.
what? Immune to disease.
Disadvantage on saving throws for spells.
That is a bad one.
And
Saving throws for.
Louis, can you please roll me 3d10? Actually, no, I'll do this for you because you've rolled a lot.
Oh.
I'm just going to go to Louis. You guys go to Louis.
What a
Louis,
strange
pluck
trail
your
mix.
dragonkind in your hand.
Yep.
And you hear a voice inside your mind just say, "Good. Now, swim up. Take me back to the sands." And you begin to swim. Everybody else, Sarza, Cass, the two of you watching over, Elijah's body bounces in the water, kind of buoyant, but still charred and choking. He is alive. And he touches his chest. And his form begins to shift and change into that of a dolphin.
Oh no.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Wait, can I polymorph myself into a shark? Get him.
As he swims under the ship. When Bluey emerges out of the water, she doesn't look the same as when she went down there. Bluey sparks. Dragonborn age similarly to how humans age. A little bit longer in the lifespan. 21 years old when you entered the water, but as you held on to the orb of dragonkind, you aged 25 years. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. And the DC is, I'm not going to tell you what the DC is, but
Wow.
Is this a saving throw from a spell effect? It is not a saving throw from a spell effect.
no, it's not.
So I roll it straight.
You're
It's a con save.
good at con.
I am going to go indomitable
Okay.
because I rolled a 4 on the dice. So are you fucking kidding? Okay, it's a 15. It's a 15.
On a DC 10, if you fail, you instantly die from the shock of aging 25 years and are transformed into a white, sworn to protect the orb of dragonkind.
Oh my god.
But you survive.
I'm not processing this. This is what the fuck?
You survive, Bluey. The dice keeping you alive for one game longer. Such a shame for me.
So she's I'm guessing compelled to swim to the shore. Is she
Cass?
compelled to do that as fast as she can?
Yeah. Cass, Slayer, no, sorry, Slayer. Cass and Sarasa, you see Bluey beginning to swim towards the shore. Now, we did describe before that if you're in the water for too long, you're going to start having to make some saves as you swim.
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe the fuck?
But
Alright.
no matter. We're out of initiative order for now, or at least on pause, as Elijah is hidden from view, licking his wounds wherever he may be.
What, as a dolphin?
As a dolphin. Sarasa, seeing Bluey in the water, rushes over to you, Cass, and joins you on the carpet. Bluey made the save. Bluey, as you swim across the sea, you start to get tired faster than you would have expected. So please make me another con save.
Because you're 25 years older. You don't know your own body anymore.
A con save, sorry?
Yes.
Or strength?
Con.
Con.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. Strength, because you're swimming.
15?
Okay. You're all right.
Am I?
How fast can you move in a round with your boots of haste?
Okay, so 60. So that would be halved in the water and any other penalty if it's heavy armor. But I think the heavy armor penalty is just rolling the strength saves.
Could you not move a bit faster if you're if you're just using your whole action to just dash?
Oh, so if I had an action available, Bluey would be able to dash, which means that she would be able to travel 60 feet in the water. But she's already used an action to do the gem thing.
That's okay. When the others come onto the carpet, Sarasa starts to fly alongside you and offers you a hand to pull you out of the water. Your aim is to get there as fast as possible.
I'm gonna say I don't think Bluey would be saying anything mentally to anyone. Maybe some I think she would accept the offer to get on the carpet.
Okay. As you fly across Ulster, Loran, and Slia, in front of you, fully formed at last, and Aylin, I saw your message. Just let me know when you want to check off, and we can wrap things up for Slia and carry on a little bit longer, depending on what time it is.
I mean, like, I have to do the recording anyways, so I might just turn the camera off and, like, lay down. That's all.
The three of you watch as, fully formed in front of you, Slia, you see a tall man, square-shouldered, in simple traveling robes, with purple horns which curve similarly to yours above his head. And there is a distance there for a moment. Also, behind you, you feel the movement of a body, and then Loran, his forehead hitting the back of your head as he just kind of rests it against you.
I will turn around and hold him.
He looks up at the scene, Slia. You know, you're probably not even looking at them. I have a feeling you've got eyes for only one person here. But Loran whispers to you all, Stan, to give them some distance.
He'll nod.
And he pulls you towards the shoreline. Looking back, you see Bluey, a green glow clutched between her fingers. Sarah's and Cass, all three of them looking burnt. Sarah's especially. And when he lands the carpet, he lands it so quickly that he falls off the front of it and just pulls himself towards you, Ulster, and reaches out a hand.
I will heal Sarah. Let me see how much healing. How much do I see that he's in pretty dire?
He's about half health.
Okay.
A little bit over.
I will use. Ooh. So many options, you know. I am going to. Sorry, guys. Hold on. If he's 60 points down, I'm going to summon Healing Spirits.
Okay.
At 4th level.
Okay.
And I'm going to focus on Sarza.
The healing spirits, what form do they take? I'm kind of imagining those fairies from the end of Spiderwick, which look like the little...
Oh, little flower bits, yeah.
Bits.
Yeah, they are like that.
And the three of you, Sarah's clutching you, Ulster, looking over, slightly wary at the room. But then he pulls him in and just holds him close. Is he himself?
Yes. For now, he's not. He's helping.
That was your third. Cass, Loran looks over at you and holds out his hand. I'll help you down.
What did you say you cut out?
He said, I'll help you down.
Can I insight check him?
Yes.
$17.
He looks a little bit lost. Like, he's helping, yes, but he's still not comfortable. And also, you would have gotten that similar feeling as well. He's not an actor.
Cass will take his hand, and as she passes, as she is helped down, she'll say, "It's good to see you."
He nods. I'm glad I didn't get you.
Both of you have your mics on.
Yeah.
Now, everybody, in spite of this reunion, when you look at Bluey, you can't help but notice she looks a little different. Mommy? No. 36 years old now?
Jesus.
Wait, how old were you?
21.
21, and you're now 56.
36.
36.
I thought you said you were 25 years older.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're 56.
No, I thought it was
No,
46. 46.
46.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
46.
Yeah.
She's beyond middle-aged.
That was what's interesting.
Over a minute.
Older than Saracen!
Mommy. No.
I already did.
With nothing fucking wisdom. Come
Where's
on.
my wisdom? You don't get that.
Loran,
Oh.
Loran holds you very tightly and pulls you behind, and he says, Bluey, what you got there? And everybody else, you can hear the warning in his voice. And then the warning that follows mentally as he says, she is not herself. Funny, I thought it was going to be me who did this.
How am I able to respond?
Bluey, in your mind, you hear a low voice saying, it's not them, but her we need to stop. And your eyes flicker over the people in front of you towards Cassiel.
Can my passive
Let's see.
insight clock this? Or do I have to roll?
Maybe an insight check.
Do I?
Also,
You made a mistake. It's a 28.
it was a
Is-
natural one. I don't know nothing.
Sleigh's focused on
Do
her
I
dad.
do I happen to hear this voice say in Draconic?
Yes. Did you get my message just then? I think you did.
28 insight on Bluey.
Okay, Bluey has a cold-eyed determination, and she's looking towards the place where Sleia and Cassiel are standing. Let's see.
I'm going to try and spell Bluey.
I think Blue would respond to Loran in Draconic, saying, "I have to kill them now."
I cast a spell on Bluey.
Okay.
Bluey, make me a wisdom save.
And it's from a spell, so she has disadvantage.
It's good.
Wow.
Oh, that disadvantage of the spells, man. It's gonna really come back and bite you.
Oh, this is the third time today I've rolled the same number. So, wisdom save. It's not gonna meet Brian's thing. It's 13.
No. Ulster turns you into a snail. And he picks you up.
I must kill them.
He just picks Bluey up. As I'm guessing the orb of dragonkind drops into the sand.
Yes, what happens to the orb of dragonkind?
It drops into the sand, precisely. Now,
Ulster's
One
like,
moment.
and then he just holds Bluey. Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
So what do you guys do with the orb of dragonkind now?
We can't touch it.
Emma,
Bluey,
does
you're-
Bluey have the...
And he's holding you so you can't kill yourself.
Do you know what happens? The orb of dragonkind drops and Bluey's just on top of it.
He's
He's
like-
like a snail.
Bluey's little tendrils like, eh.
You're a blue snail.
Now
He
that Bluey
breaks
is
through your
no
eyes.
longer... Now that she's no longer touching... Thank you. And now that she's no longer touching the orb, does anything about her motives change?
First of all, you look like this.
Hi.
I'm just gonna check.
A really old snail.
Slightly wrinkly.
Hey,
A bit more
Hey.
pudgy than usual.
46
old.
is not that old. Like, really?
For Dragonborn,
No.
she is beyond middle age.
It's like a human person. 46 is not terribly old.
Bluey,
I
I'm
say to
going
myself.
Like a solid mummy age.
Bluey, I'm going to say that as you transform, the orb no longer has a use for you right now, so you have your own mind back. Briefly, please.
By the way, you can still communicate telepathically.
If-
Just FYI.
if the sound of like if like a scream and like sobbing can happen
Oh.
telepathically, that's gonna happen.
Also,
Sorry.
in your hand, the snail just wheezes itself. The closest it can get to.
No, I just shake it a little bit.
Loran looks at the orb of dragonkind in the sand and says, "Someone's got to use it to get the dragon to."
Bluey, can you hear us in your little head?
I'm so sorry. I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay. So Bluey, what happened when you picked up the orb? We need to know.
I dived into the water. I touched it. And then I felt really weird.
Uh-huh.
And I heard a voice. Asking me to swim to the shore.
Yes, but Bluey, what I'm trying to get at is he's going to ask it in this way, but in game mechanics, what kind of saves were you doing? What kind of
It
parts of
was
yourself
charisma.
was it affecting? You know,
It wasn't a save. It was a charisma check.
a check. Okay.
Cass does have the highest charisma, I think.
Right. Also, we'll relay this and be like, so if we need someone to touch it, it's probably got to be Cass, but
Loran
preferably
also has a 20 charisma.
no, preferably
Let's not give Loran
yeah, more.
like enough.
Enough, Loran, enough. We could just put the orb away
Fuck.
in a bag.
We need
Cass-
to use it. Sorry, what did you say, Emma? You cut out.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you? I think Cass is gonna look to her friends and say, "Do I do it?"
I think you shouldn't touch it.
Celia.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, like Cassiel's like right there in front of me.
No,
No, no.
Cassiel is still
Okay.
a shadow.
Okay.
But don't worry, we're gonna.
No,
Maybe
it's
that's-
fine. I was
I
just
wanted
like,
to make-
I wanted to make sure that she wasn't there yet, because it's like, well, if I could go ahead and just burn contracts while this is going on, but like, no, it's just Slee and Odyssey, cool.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if we use fabric to touch it? With that,
Can I do an intelligence or arcana check to see like what the best way of using it would be? which would be best?
Yeah.
Arcana or
Yeah.
intelligence?
Hold on. 22 Arcana.
Fabric could work, potentially, but it's a risk. It's always a risk.
What about Mage Hand?
That's probably a good idea too. And Cass, what were you checking again?
See, so we need to use it, and I just want to see what the best way to do that is to achieve our goals. Would that be intelligence or arcana? I'm not entirely sure. Intelligence.
So it's just holding this little snail.
8. That was terrible.
Anna, if you need to log off now, Bluey as a snail will remain as a snail for the rest of the session.
I'll put you in my pocket.
I mean, I'll probably need to head off relatively soon
Okay.
anyway because of work. So
Gotcha.
Fuck. All right.
We love you.
I will head off then. Oh my god. Thank you, everybody.
Excellent.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.
And
we go to 4.
it depends on the person how it can be used or what effects it has. It changes from user to user, but it calls dragons. In all honesty, you get the impression the person who could probably use this best is actually a dragon themselves.
So give it to Cassiel.
Essentially.
Right, let's go then.
And you look over to where Cassiel is forming, where you see Sleer standing opposite Odyssey. Sleer, whilst this is happening, Odyssey's final form takes shape, and he closes his eyes, that distant look disappearing as he opens them again and looks at you directly. And he reaches forward carefully as if you might be an illusion.
I feel like Slea's own body language mirrors his, like, almost exactly. Like,
There's a moment where it's almost as if there's a force between you, keeping you two apart. And then, all at once, it disappears as he rushes forward and he pulls you into his arms. And he holds you there and he says,
"You're real."
I am.
See, your dad's kind of.
He looks at you and he says, I am. I am so sorry I left you.
You just did what you had to.
It was me, contacting you all those years. The letters. All those names were lies, so that I could hear news of you. I want you to know that. You look well.
Better than a vision.
Sleer, you know why I am here. I'm sorry I have to make you do this for me, but I am bound to this fate.
What do you mean?
But you are not. He looks behind him. Cassiel will pass the cloak to me.
You're just doing what I was going to do for my kid.
There was never your burden to bear.
It was until this moment.
I'm so sorry for that.
No. I'm not.
Miss Leah, when Cassiel forms, she will take off the mantle, and I will put it on.
You have
And when
to
that
wait
happens, what do you mean?
just long enough to let some dragons through. We're going to call them back into the world. Not all of them, but some. She said, wait until the dawn rises.
Almost cruelly, as you say that, you look behind him over his shoulder, and you see the red sky beginning to pink at the seam where it meets the sea.
We don't have time.
He looks sadly at you. And then places a kiss to the top of your head. He just says, no matter what happens, I'm watching over you. All of you. My prophecy, it will come true. The people you have brought here today will become the heroes of your time. I know it. And as he speaks, he pulls away from you and he looks back to Cassiel. She looks tired. The dragons are far away now, swirling around the heads of Tiamat, like flies around fruit. And
Excuse me.
slowly, like silk or like a feather, begins to fall to the ground. Changing all at once from a huge expanse to something that would fit over your shoulders as it forms around Cassiel. Still a barrier between you, but thinner than it's ever been. And she raises her hands and she pulls it off. And it falls. As it does, Cass, you're the first to see something strange. Right behind Cassiel, right where she stands, you see a line of red light
No!
beginning to peel apart.
Oh dear. Someone's coming to claim somebody.
A large blood red opening and an eye you recognize illuminating the skyline. Alarm's eye poking through. And Cass, you hear in your head, and every single one of you hears just a fraction of a moment after, I see that Cassiel will not be my undoing. Only yours. But she allowed me to look upon you one last time. I suppose I should thank her for that. The sand beneath your feet begins to bubble and boil. And Cassiel slips down as if falling into liquid. Too tired and still slightly parted from you. She rises up, the sand like a pillar beneath her, as from the eye, fingers peel around the lids, and pushing the eyeball out of space, a hand reaches out, opens and pulls Cassiel. The hand is too large and too bright, and all of you have to look away as it closes around her, the fingers merging with the sand of Feyways.
She doesn't have the cloak on anymore, right?
No, it's on the ground. And slowly but surely, her body disintegrates beneath Alarm's grip. And the Star Martyr falls. But anyway, we don't have time to deal with the ramifications of that right now. Hope you all enjoyed.
Enjoyed is a strong word, you know.
Like, imagine a huge eye with eyelids, and then coming from inside out, fingers that kind of like fold around.
Did you get that from the movie last night?
I did,
Yeah.
and then it kind of like pushes out, and it comes like.
Ugh.
That was horrifying. Good on
Whoa.
Miranda for not killing us all as well. We had enough to deal with at that time, you know.
Yeah. So proud of Loren. Oh, my heart feels like it stopped.
So
So yes, enjoyment.
Anyway, so what happened to Elijah? I don't know. I should write down things at Dolphin.
And also Bruce the Snail, and also have given Bluey to someone.
Okay, notes.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording here, y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah, I
Bye.
love you.
Bye. Love you guys.